make sure you check and hire some actors from SilvermanSlim.com. There's several of them, man, and they all want to do some acting for you. Psychopath is calling me again. Oh gosh, God, what do you want me to say to you? Do you want me to just tell you I love you? Okay, that's it. I love you. Now, will you just go on and stop calling me now? Holy shit. You're showing everybody how psycho you is. And I don't think you... There he is again. Oh my God. Holy shit.
It's rather fascinating to watch, honestly.
He's getting me all riled up and excited. Holy shit. So, guys, it seems that I'm very effective at what I do. It seems so. I am so very effective at what I do that there's nothing that any of you can do to stop what I do because I'm so successful. I played each and every fucking last one of you. I so did. And you all thought that I was a nobody. But guess what? I'm a somebody. So fuck you and everyone else. Ha!
Yeah, whatever.
I'm having a cigarette because I don't care about the stalker who keeps calling me. Yeah, I know he just loves me. I have to decline it, okay? Because I'm too shy when people, other men like me. I like to play a little bit hard to get, you see. You know. But of course, I'm just a nobody that doesn't know anybody, so don't bother calling me. Jeez, I'm a nobody.
I'm honestly embarrassed for him at this point.
Don't bother with the nobodies, okay? So just don't, alright? Just leave the nobodies alone. They're just nobodies. So why you always got to start calling them all the time? If there's a nobody, just leave them alone to be a nobody. Jesus, just because you're a fake advocate connected to pedophiles doesn't mean you have to get all angry and up on my ass. That guy's very obsessive. Jeez. Maybe I should write him a little letter or something and sign my autograph. Maybe he's going to put it on his fucking wall or some shit. Huh? Maybe above his bed. I think that's what he's going to do. Yes. I'm wondering what he's wanting to do right now while he's watching my live videos. Jeez. But I'm sorry, no, I will not do any porn with you, so stop calling me. Okay? I'm so not into it. Okay? Just because I'm gay doesn't mean that I like doing porn. That's just a total stereotype. Again! Oh my God, the pro-pedo exposed piece of shit just keeps calling me. Oh, I'm just so... Fuck him. Oh my gosh. You guys, it's just so amazing at how these punks are just gonna have to deal with being exposed as they is. There's no communicating now because it's over, you see? You's exposed. You's mama gonna know who's yous is. You's fucking kids gonna know who's yous is. Okay? There's gonna be no beating that. I'm so sorry, but I win. Pro-pedo's on a rage today. Holy shit. Gee whiz. Somebody's just so wanting attention, but I just so can't give it to him right now because I so want to give all my attention. Oh my gosh, they're so jealous. I was so jealous that someone they say is so crazy has played them so well for 9 years collecting all your guys' bullshit. That's right. Now we's gonna go and rob ourselves a bank. Eh? How's that? Look at that. Oh.
So I think that pretty much sums it up, and I was able to show that I was not calling him. and grab that little piece where he's basically admitting to illegal possession of shit a month before his sentencing for cyberstalking. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this and go back to what I was doing before, because I have a feeling there's still like fucking 40 minutes left in that video. So I have a feeling, though, that he's probably going to go live and do more crazy shit again here pretty quick. He seems to be pretty unhinged today. So yeah, we'll just, I'll go live again if he does, to basically keep on showing this guy's a fucking lunatic. So, fun stuff. This has been a fun Saturday afternoon with John Anderson. Fuck's sake.
All right. Well, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. We do that on purpose, though. All right. Boom. Hello, you are live, unknown person. Hold on. One second. Hold on. We're gonna make it look cool. We're gonna make it look cool, though. Hold on a second. Because a
but real
lot of
quick,
people
dude,
don't
your
realize
volume-
that you can do it like this. Unknown person.
All right, never mind. Now your volume's fixed on you.
We're going to do it the right way. Damn it, we're going to be professionals. Unknown person, you are on the line with Internet Warlords.
It's a pleasure.
Who do we got today?
But anyways, you want to talk about John Anderson or what?
Well, I mean, that's up to you, but I mean, obviously he was going after you pretty hard there today, so if you want, I mean, my grandma doesn't know anything about this story, so I mean, you're welcome to bring it wherever you want.
Well, it started with a review I left on one of his pages.
Okay.
And he started going after me. No, 'cause I brought up the fact that he put a bounty on Miko's head, right? You know, and I was like, fuck, man, that's kind of fucked up.
Yes, so for those that don't know, Miko Hayes has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that John Anderson offered silver bars for the kidnapping of Miko Hayes and his bringing across an international border to John Anderson personally.
Yes, he did.
That's a fact, and you know, you know, I've seen the video of John. I've seen the videos of John where he's gone off before, and you know, I don't agree with everything John Anderson has to say. I've agreed with him on some issues. I think what's kind of funny is between me, you, and Miko Hayes, we can all agree that Francesca Amato Banfield is just the worst freaking woman in the East Coast, West Coast, you name it. I mean, she's up there.
And that's the most fucked up, that's the most messed up part
You'd
about
think we
it.
could all at least agree there. We're like, okay, but Francesca Amato Banfield, and it's like, yeah, she's the fucking lunatic.
But he doesn't. he doesn't see that.
Right.
He wants to see it as, but the next thing you know, John Anderson's dipping into your friends list.
Yeah.
You know, this friend of yours is friends with this person who's also friends with this person who's a pedophile. And
yes,
like,
I know somebody who once knew somebody who went to an event where there was a pedophile. Yes, we've heard this, and we've heard John Anderson, and we've heard you loud and clear, John. Some people that you have called a pro-pedo, personally, I've been on the phone with John Anderson saying, John, this person is not a pro-pedophile. Why are you putting them on a list, calling them a pro-pedophile? And he literally
now you're a pro-pedophile.
I've already talked to John Anderson 1,000 times. I'm not pro-pedophile, and if he ever comes after me like that, I think it'd be the end of John Anderson. You know, professionally, I'm very clear that pedophiles and politicians should all be hung from the neck together. So that's just fucking stupid. But anyways,
I got a mile of text message threads from him today, starting at about 9 a.m. this morning.
Good Lord.
All the way till about 12 o'clock, and it's like, dude, I got shit to do, bro. I'll call you when I'm ready. You know, I got to get some chores done.
Right.
And so I finally try to call him, and he doesn't fucking answer. And it's like, what the hell, dude? You told me I'm not a man if I don't call you, so I'm going to keep calling. You know?
Right. Well, you know, I'd say the same thing. I'd let John Anderson call in here and defend his own point. And you know, and if you agreed to it, I would mediate between you two, just allow someone in the conversation to, because you know what the worst part of watching this stuff live is when he's calling you Davian butt lover, and it's just like, hey John, you know, for as much as you want to call him a pro pedophile, it really just makes you look.
It's slightly homophobic, isn't it?
It's just like, well, the rants that you go on don't really help prove your point. You know what I mean? So, and then I will say, whipping out a bunch of drugs, whether it's prescribed or not, and doing it on camera is never a smart choice or decision to do. I mean, so I just, it blows my mind.
That wasn't Lebanese blonde either. I make Lebanese blondes. That was not Lebanese blonde.
Well, you know what, man? Even if it wasn't, was the dress white and blue? Was it pink and purple, who knows? But my point still remains, watching this as somebody from the outside, like, I'm like a viewer of it all. I've talked to you, I've talked to John, I've never talked to Miko really, or had a conversation with him before. I've reached out to him. I've wanted to talk to Miko Hayes about a lot of his stuff. I donate monthly to the Daily Haze. I donate, I think it's $5, a month, just to, throw down. Like, I mean, that's... I appreciate the fact that he would write a story about a man who has sex with a chicken sandwich on Twitter. Like, I enjoy that fact. Like, I need that in my life. And I need that kind of mindset too. So, and then to hear him say, oh, well, Miko's a stalker journalist. No, Miko embeds himself into situations where he will document properly an event, like his work at Standing Rock. He did. I followed him during that. I went out to Standing Rock too, and so I know Miko did incredible work out there, and he's been involved where he goes. He's helped people. Like, I've seen it. Unlike a lot of these people that even will agree don't help anybody. You're just like, well, I don't see you helping anybody. You know what I mean? So
well, that's the thing. That's the thing I have with John Anderson. He says this and he says that. It's like, well, I haven't really seen you do shit except for call everybody fucking a pro pedo and put them on some kind of black list and make a live calling me Damien Butt Lover and calling Miko Hayes Miko Hazard. It's like, you're really not doing anything, dude.
John, that's a really lame thing to say. Like, I mean, there's way better names you can make up for Miko Hayes. I mean... but again, at the end of the day, it doesn't prove your point, and he's not a stalker journalist. I mean, to say Miko Hayes is a stalker journalist when all Miko does is write articles, and whether you agree with the topics he writes about or not, whether you are one of them or not, is just him being a freedom of the press. I mean, I just find it like really stupid point of argument that a Canadian's telling an American that, he's a fake journalist. It's like, I mean, it's just stupid. I don't even think Canadians have the First Amendment in Canada. It's...
No, they don't. Actually.
Right.
You can actually get fined for saying certain things in Canada.
Right, but you can also go to jail for uttering threats, and you can also go to jail for... like serious, like threats, like I want to kidnap somebody and offer bars of silver. That's a serious threat across an international border. Now, is it credible? Do I think John Anderson is going to personally drive to the United States and kidnap Miko Hayes? No. But is there somebody out there who might be, well, I'm going to stop by in Kansas one day and collect me a bounty real quick.
Yeah.
But then we have to assume there's bounty hunters in the United States, and that's a lovely conversation. But there is bounty hunters. Right. So, I mean, it's kind of just dumb. It's kind of just dumb. I mean, Francesca Amato Banfield accused me of murder. I could put the document up on the screen right now.
No, I remember that day. I remember when the paperwork came in the mail.
Right, and I opened it up in front of everybody. Yeah, and you know what? So to me, it's just kind of like, I find it hilarious who people have to kiss the ass of. Like, I've been told by many people that I call friends some of the harshest realities I've had to wake up and deal with, and we're just brutal honesty. And these people live in a fucking fairy tale land where they can block you and just pretend you don't exist, and it's just dumb.
See, that's the other thing. You started this live today, right? Calling both Miko and I out.
Oh, I've been watching.
I think I finally jumped in like 20 minutes into it, and I started calling him out. And next thing I know, I'm blocked. And then he starts calling me a coward because I'm not commenting. It's like, you blocked me, you jerk.
Right. Right.
can I do that?
I don't know if I can do I mean, again, I use Skype. So I don't know if I can do, I guess I'm just all jacked up here. I don't know if I can do more than one call at a time. But again, if John Anderson or Miko or anybody is involved in any of this wants to call in, you're also more than welcome to. Because again, where does it go from here? I mean, John obviously wants you to, go to jail. And I mean, weren't you at one point accused of being a human trafficker yourself?
Yeah, well, yeah, I've been accused of being called a human trafficker. I've been called a pedophile. Shara likes to tell people I sell drugs to children. Let's see. Jamie says that I fucking traffic children and that I threaten to kill her, and it's never ending, bro. Anytime you call these people out on their bullshit, that's their first go-to. He's a molester, he's a child trafficker, he's a drug dealer, I'm none of that shit, dude. I'm a 9-to-5 dude, bro. I wake up and I fucking go to work, and then I come home and I have my fucking humor listening to the idiocy on Facebook.
Right. I've what's kind of been crazy is that most of the time I'd be driving a semi. I don't really go live, and then I figure in the winter I do all my podcasting when I'm not driving, and this shoulder surgery's given me that opportunity to focus and upgrade on this. And I'm gonna get back to work when I can get back to work. And this, what kind of baffles and blows my mind is where everybody's just at this point in time. Like, at one point, when we first started hearing these names, and then how all of a sudden they're on to the next thing. And it's like, well, one thing that stayed consistent with you is that you've always just been up front. Like, I don't think you have any problem telling anybody what you think, to include me.
No, I don't.
So when it comes to somebody like John Anderson, what's that?
I said, no, I don't. And I'll tell you my history, too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And so you've never presented yourself to me as somebody that is trying to hide who you are, and you're certainly not somebody who calls me up and preaches a pro-pedophile message. I mean, it's just, to me, it's like, for John to go to this route, it almost, to me, it's like everybody that disagrees with me is a Nazi kind of tactic. Everybody who disagrees with me is a pro-pedophile. And those are really dangerous approaches to take on the internet as an adult.
It's a good way to gain a lot of enemies.
Not just enemies, but to ruin your own reputation, because you might call somebody that who in their community is in no way, shape, or form considered that, and here you are, just some random person on the internet, all because somebody had a friend who talked to somebody who knew somebody that might have had contact with a pedophile at an event. Like, it blows my mind. It's baffling. It just doesn't work. It's not a tactic that's gonna give you any more credibility. Or, well, not you personally. It's John Anderson. It's not gonna give credibility to John Anderson. I mean, to call people that disagree with him a pro-pedophile just on the basis that they don't agree with how he's going about his version of his justice. You know what I mean? Because that's what I think it plays out. Is he's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna go to Netflix, Miko, and I'm gonna tell them you're a bad guy. And I think Netflix is gonna go, who the fuck are you? And we don't believe a word you're fucking saying.
He's wasting his time.
You know what I mean?
He's wasting his time and he's wasting his energy. And to be honest with you, I think with John Anderson, I think it's all because, well, you heard the phone call of him crying about the views, right?
I listened to it all today. Everything that Miko put out today, I clicked from start to finish. I was listening.
You have heard about how being online can actually become an addiction, right?
It can become an addiction. Tea. Like, I'm addicted to honey and apple cinnamon tea. Anything can become an addiction.
So, I mean, I think that's the level that John Anderson is at. It's like he doesn't get enough attention in his real life, that he goes to Facebook and all this. And, you know, if he's not getting the view count or the like count that he really
Mr. Breedlove,
wants,
I only have three. Facebook says I only have 3 concurrent viewers right now. Should I just end this live broadcast and just think my life sucks and that my worth is valueless?
Pull a John Anderson and throw a fit.
I'm not gonna throw a fit. What's hilarious is, like I said, I just, whether I have a viewer or not it's never been an issue for me. I don't care if a fraud from New York has 1,000 viewers. I just go, damn, there's 1,000 idiots watching her right now. You know, like, fuck. Like, you know, I'm sure there's somebody out there right now that's like, yeah, dang, I can't believe there's even 3 people listening to CJ. He's a fucking moron. And I'd be like, you know what? All right, I've probably said some shit that made you go, fuck you, CJ, and I'm just, at the same point, I'm still entitled to my opinions. You know, I can still say things. I actually like the fact that John's a voice actor. I think that's the one thing that's underrated in all of this is John can change his voice at any moment and say things that, you know, however he wants to say it. And if you want to purchase this voice, go to this website right now, exclusive. You know, it's just like... It's just interesting. I like the voice aspect of it. But if I was like, you're a fake voice actor and I can hear John Anderson in every one of your voices, like, you know, that'd be like, that's like the next thing Miko would say. It's like playground insults. Well, you're a big fat dookie doo-doo head. No, you're a crazy raving lunatic fringe man.
Exactly.
It's just dumb. Yeah. Like, Miko, go write stories about chicken sandwiches being, you know, courted on social media platforms, and you'll get way more clicks than what you're gonna get writing about any of these people.
Yeah. Maybe we should just all start measuring dicks before we talk to each other.
Nah, you know what, man? My solid 3.5 inches can just stay where it's at. You know, fuck. You know what? At the end of the day, I don't really care to play a pissing contest with anybody. But I've told everybody the same guy I am today as I was in the past. If I'm talking about you, you can call in. If you want to bring up something, you can call in. You know, John is probably going to see this later or after the fact, and I hope he's not upset with me. But at the end of the day, it's like, John, you cannot just go around calling people a pro-pedophile. It's not going to work, buddy. I mean, unless
like some kind of fucking backlash, Jesus Christ.
And just for the record, if there's a whole group of Facebook people sharing dick pics around, I don't care either, as long as it's not children or people that don't consent. You know?
No, actually, what it was.
I don't even care.
He started a group chat. He started a group chat with Miko. Is what happened. And so Miko was like, who all wants to get in on this group chat? And I was like, everybody was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, you're asking for a nuclear explosion of just dick pics.
Exactly. You know, you asked for it, dude. It's like, fucking A.
Right. So, I mean, Mr. Breedlove, John Anderson, again, like, if you could just focus on voice acting without the... I mean, listen, Miko had said that he doesn't think that John Anderson's a true victim. And, you know, I'm not one to question it, you know, like, I'm not a prosecutor. I'm not trying to criminally adjudicate anybody's case or claim or anything.
I think there's something else behind Miko saying that, dude. If you think about it, he wants to push that button and get him to snap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? John also claims, I think, that in there that you tried to, because he says it's all coming out in a documentary, but he claims that you were pushing for him to commit suicide. And he also he made that same claim about Lee Kenworthy too.
I never said anything. He also claims that I made memes of his daughter. And I challenge anybody to jump on there and find any meme made of his daughter, because none of us, including me, have ever made a meme of his daughter.
Yeah,
Ever.
you know, I think a lot of people think that, you know, that. Well, I personally made a meme once with me and my own child in it, and I think that's appropriate if you're a parent. You know, I think
That's your kid.
that's my kid, but I think we all agreed taking somebody else's kid and making a meme of their image is I mean, it's pretty grotesque. It's a pretty low thing.
I've made that mistake too. I did it to Jamie, and I've admitted to this mistake many times. And I'll never do it again. But
You know what,
I found
Jamie,
a pic of Jamie holding on to her son while she has a marijuana pipe in her hand and a lighter, and she was calling me a druggie.
Well,
at the
okay.
time.
Well, I'll be
So I
voting
can't-
yes to legalize cannabis in the state of South Dakota this year. But, you know, at
So
the end...
I made a meme out of that pic, and I apologized for it. I was
but
wrong.
at the end of the day,
But,
it, like Jamie, if we forget about Jamie, one day I'll never forget. I just clicked there and I got to listen to CJ Abernathy gets to say whatever he wants to say, and it was like, good Lord, lady, like, why am I your enemy today? Like, I was eating, like, I think at that day I had just got done making waffles. And I was like, you know, like, I'm like, you know, pouring the syrup for the kids, and I'm like listening to this woman in my ear calling me, you know, like the Antichrist. And I'm like, you know, like, I remember those days where I used to be somebody's biggest problem. Like, oh, CJ Abernathy said, and you know what? That's what I don't care about the internet. It's like, a lot of people want that. They want that, you know, like, oh, I don't. I find this shit to be funny. I just know everybody involved in this to like a degree. Like, it isn't I know somebody who knows somebody. It's like I know of all these people involved. I've talked to 2 out of 3. I'd love to talk to Miko. I mean, and at the end of the day, do you see just where do you see this going? Because I don't care to listen to John call everybody under the sun a pro-pedophile. At the end of the day, I don't care to... I mean, I like Miko's broadcast where it's Miko watching people watch people. But this is like Miko watching somebody and somebody responding to Miko. And because, I mean, it's like Dan Bongino said, it's like everybody knows each other. But I think it's more of each other. Some of us know each other, like we've talked more than others. Some of us don't know each other, but we've like, okay, yeah, I've heard your name before, but I don't communicate with you and haven't at all. I see your organization. I mean, when Miko did his big story about Connie Reguli having a pedophile infiltrating, and I mean, that's 1 in 15,000 people that infiltrated Connie Reguli's thing, and you know, I mean,
there's a few more in there than that.
Okay, well, I'm sure. I mean, I mean, again, as your numbers go up, I'm sure the chances of there being something like that is gonna go up. I mean, that's. I mean, if you.
I think the biggest issue right now between John Anderson is the fact that all context gets lost through text and, you know, messaging on a live and shit like that. There's like absolutely zero context in there. I think that's where a lot of shit gets twisted between a lot of people. Like, you know, people that have the same thoughts and they're on the same path. I think that's the thing that causes the biggest anger issues is context gets lost through typing or commenting or texting.
Right, which is why I prefer face-to-face, obviously, at best. I prefer at least a phone call, you know, conversation at second. And then, you know, there's a lot you learn from a person. But when you got somebody like John, who admittedly Miko's talking...
Let you talk.
Well,
John won't let you talk, dude. He just keeps fucking talking and doesn't shut the fuck up. Like, I had a phone call with him today where I just sat there going, nah, the whole time he was talking, dude.
Yeah.
And he just would not shut the fuck up. It's like, when are you going to give me a chance to respond? You know, you can't just hit me with fucking 50 fucking questions at once
Right.
and then never shut up and expect me to answer. And then you jump on a live going, oh, I totally owned him. It's like,
Right.
you didn't own me, you dumb fuck. You just sat there and talked over me the entire fucking time.
Right. So again, I asked you a question in there that I was hoping you'd be able to get to, and that's, where do you see this going? Because I think Miko said he had a sentencing coming up.
I don't know, dude. I don't know how Canada laws work, bro.
Well, we can look them up. I'll look them up for you. What is he being sentenced for?
Cyber harassment.
Okay.
And death threats or online death threats.
Online death threats. Canada. Law. All right. Well, let's see. Look, it's called uttering threats. It's criminal code here in Canada.
He even clearly said he would pay for someone to kill these people.
Right.
Were his exact words. He never said an exact name, but he said, I'll pay for someone to kill these people. So he's like, I don't know, dude. He's kind of boundary sovereign citizen, bro.
Sovereign citizen again. That's one thing that I want to make sure that I can clarify real quick. Just like I don't agree with calling everybody a pro-pedophile just because they disagree with you, I also don't agree with the concept or notion that anybody that questions government or researches the weird shit or language involved with government is just automatically a sovereign citizen.
I understand what you're saying. I believe in there's a lot of things sovereign citizens do say that are actually factual and true. But it's their approach to it that is 100% wrong. You know, it's like, you know, yeah, dude, it's not right you got pulled over for speeding, you know, because there was no victim. But the thing is, you know, there's a speed limit. There's a reason for the speed limit. It's so that people don't die in car wrecks.
I'm not seeing on this website here. Here's the punishment. Punishment for this. Okay, so first, again, so I don't know and can't confirm if uttering threats is what he was convicted of, but that's what we believe it is to be. Everyone commits an offense in any manner, knowingly utters, conveys, or causes any person to receive a threat. To cause death or bodily harm to any person, to burn, destroy, or damage real or personal property, or to kill, poison, or injure an animal or bird that is the property of any person. Punishment. Everyone who commits an offense under paragraph 1A is guilty of an incitable offense and liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 5 years, or an offense punishable on summary conviction. Everyone who commits an offense under paragraph 1B or C is guilty of an incitable offense and liable to a term not exceeding 2 years, or B is guilty of an offense punishable on summary conviction.
He's indictable is what it is, not incitable, indictable.
I'm sorry, I couldn't read today.
That means, so what that means is anybody who makes these kind of threats to you and shit can actually file charges on them.
Right, which is again why you don't threaten to kill somebody over the internet. But again, I go back to John's defense is that these people were planning the kidnapping of his child. He will call up at some point, I'm sure, if he would defend himself.
I remember some people targeting this kid. I'll admit that.
Right.
I remember that.
That's his whole defense
that were actually
argument.
calling that said they were going to call CPS on him. I don't remember who, but I do remember that happening. But here he is saying, I'm the one who did that. Here he is saying, I'm the one who fucking sent him all these messages. Here he is saying, I'm the one, and it's like, dude, you got the wrong guy, motherfucker. Because I used to follow him, dude. When he was fucking going against Fran all hardcore, I was like, fuck yeah, John Anderson. You know, and then all of a sudden he got all weird, dude.
Well, he was also involved with a guy by the name of Shane Coyle. So John and Shane had their run-in for their love of hate. Well, their mutual, their mutual hatred of pedophiles reunited two countries. It felt like, for that moment, and then John accuses him of something, and then back and forth, and the breakup, and. You know, it's like we all, I pay attention to the internet. I mean, hello, I'm the internet warlord. I mean, I can kind of follow the pattern here, but the dog eat dog of the internet, I mean, I hate it, but at the same time, it's predictable. You know.
Entertainment to me, man.
What's that?
I hate to see it happen, but it's like a train wreck. You can't turn away.
Well, you can't actually avoid, because first off, we all have it whether we want to admit it or not. Second, we all are on it whether we want to admit for how long or not. And we all participate to some degree whether we go all in on one way or another. I mean, I know people that only post their stuff, never like, comment, share, nothing. They'll even tell you, I will not like, share, or comment anything here, and they have tens of thousands of viewers. So hearing somebody whine or anything like that about having no viewers, I mean, like I said, I think it's like the free market. I'm undiscovered in my opinion. You know, I'm waiting for the day that, I got 1,000 people that watch that video, but at the end of the day, what difference would it make? You know, like, it's just a video I put out on the internet. This one I wanted to talk about this John Anderson thing because, again, John Anderson's going to be sentenced. I defended his right to say whatever he wants to say until what he is saying is a threat to the point where you're like, you can't put a bounty on somebody. I mean, bounties. I mean, that's what happened, and it's like I can't and you got to remember at that time I was saying, "Hi, my name is C.J. Abernathy, and I'm running for governor of the state of South Dakota," and so I'm not gonna go, "Yeah, John, you can set up a bounty program." Like, come on, man. Like, you get what I'm saying? Oh, it's just,
I understand.
It's all crazy world we live in, though, Mr. Breedlove, and I don't think that I don't think that calling you a name, or I don't think that what he's saying, I don't think he's going anywhere with Netflix. Netflix probably gets called every day, and he'll write a complaint on Facebook, or like, what's he gonna really do? I mean,
nothing.
He's going to smoke some hash.
He's got a nothing burger, bro.
He's going to smoke some hash, and he's going to go back to playing or watching Elf. And, I think about it, like, no matter what, even the most toughest rapper, grown-ass man, like, manliest of man, work in the dirt, I'm talking, like, any person that is a father, or, at the end of the day, when it comes down to your kids, like, every man that loves his kids, I can guarantee you at one point can be a weak ass bitch for his kid. My
daughter melts my heart every day, dude.
Right, like, I'll tell you what, man, I know the Frozen song "Lost in the Woods" by heart now. That's some hardcore gangster rap stuff, man. Like, at the end of the day, you show me the toughest guy on the internet, and I'll show you a whiny little bitch when it comes to fucking with his kids. So, or I'll show you a fucking fighter. One of the two. Like, at the end of the day, I prefer to be a fucking fighter. I've done fucking my rants on the internet. Don't get me wrong. Anybody can take one of my videos and go, "Oh, look, see, CJ's fucking crazy." But at the end of the day...
Oh, yeah. We all have.
What's that? What's that?
I said, "Oh yeah, we all have."
Right. So at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure Facebook hates me for using the C word all the time. I mean, I can't comment on any of this. I love the word. I use it as often as I need to. And, you know...
Spell it with a K. Spell it with a K from now on. And then put a space in between each letter, and you won't get banned for it.
You know, I'll think it'll get reported, somebody see it. But at the end of the day, man, like... it's just to me, man, I don't even know where to go with it. I've watched all day long, and I think to myself, I got my own fucking problems. But at the end of the day, I've been watching this shit, and I know that Mr. Breedlove's not a bad guy. I know that Miko's not a bad guy, and I bet you John Anderson has a child that loves him. I'll bet you his wife loves him. Like, people have people that care about them, and then on the internet, it's like, fuck that guy, and it's like, yeah, but you know what? Like, it doesn't lend any credibility to anybody. Like, you don't have to work with John Anderson. You don't have to do videos about John Anderson. You can let John Anderson rant. And if you have to defend yourself against John Anderson, you better be ready to, because chances are if you disagree with him, you're a pro-pedophile.
I poked the bear today is what I did.
But there has to be something where, again, I've seen it with my own eyes. And John, I hate to tell you this, but I mean, I literally was the one in the video, and they're saying, CJ, what happens now? And I said, John, you're going to get your day in court, man. You're going to get it in court because you did an uttering threats. And I know John would remember that phone call. You know, like, I told him, I said, John, you can't just utter threats.
You told him and sang him happy birthday, bro.
Well, that was just because it was going to fuck with Fran for that day, so... I was like, you know what? I cost-benefit analyzed it, and I was like, Fran will forever, for sure, hate my guts if I sing happy birthday to fucking John Anderson today. It's kind of like when Nico called Lee Kenworthy and just started... What's that?
I'm getting ready to cook up some dinner, brother.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you calling in, unknown caller. You know, like... that was one of the things that was bothering.
You can just call me butt lover.
Oh, I won't call you that, brother. That's just retarded. I don't know, but again, don't utter any threats is the message of the day, and I'm not going to debate whether or not John Anderson should be on the internet or not. I think that's. If he goes to jail, he won't be on the internet. That's kind of the...
I think he has his place on the internet. He just needs to calm his ass down, dude. He's a calm as titch.
Stop calling everybody a pro-pedophile. But again, John will tell you, if you're on the list, it's for life. So, I mean, I'm sure I just made the list just for this video alone.
Butt lover.
I mean, again, and John, you got to be smarter than that. At some point, we're going to go, all right, we see your list, but... You know, if you're just using that pro-pedo list for everybody who disagrees with you or questions you on the internet, eventually that shit's going to come up to haunt you, because then you're talking about libel, slander. Like, you called Miko a pro-pedophile. You called Mr. Breedlove a pro-pedophile. At some point, see, this is the way I look at it is if you throw 30, like, let's say you grab 30 rocks and threw a rock in 30 different business windows and shattered 30 different business windows. Something like that, right? Just hear me out. And you don't think these businesses are all going to go, look it, we got all these cameras showing you throwing 30 rocks through 30 different business windows. And, at some point, they're going to go, if you throw another, you're going to get punished for what you already did. But if you throw a rock at this window, again, you're going to get more. What John's doing is calling everybody that disagrees with him a pro-pedophile to the point where he'll call you a pro-pedophile even if you don't agree with what he's doing. It's just that's the equation. Like, it's not hard to figure out. So... How do we get John Anderson to stop thinking everybody and their mother who disagrees with them is a pro-pedophile?
I don't think he can handle... he can't handle anybody Oh, God, what's the word I'm looking for, dude?
Because you put people's life in danger, and I mean that, like, truly. Like, when you have somebody like me who's like, hang all pedophiles and politicians that are, you know, like, politicians that violate the Constitution and pedophiles, like, you know, so you call somebody pro-pedophile, or you call them a pedophile, and your only evidence is like Migo said, a 7 ways till Sunday, 7 angles from Kevin Bacon or whatever.
Yeah, 7 angles from Kevin Bacon, yeah. That was funny. I left my ass off.
Well,
I was in the middle of Walmart listening to most of that through my earbuds, dude. People thought I was nuts.
I was playing Grand Theft Auto, just listening to it, and you know, I hear a lot of screwed up things on Grand Theft Auto when I play, and what I'm hearing John Anderson saying is that's why I jumped on. I was like, at some point, somebody's gonna have to look at this camera and go, John, not everybody in this world is a pro pedophile that disagrees with you. So stop doing that. That's still the same tactic you've been using for years. And there are innocent people on your list.
What's the word when someone tries to conject? What's the word when someone conjects on your opinion? That's what he can't handle any kind of dispute at all. Like if somebody were to come in, even if I were to approach him at the right way and say, you're right on this and this and this, but in this area you're wrong.
Right. For example, Right. For example, hey, Mr. Breedlove, I think the Earth is flat. What do you think?
No, I think you're wrong.
Okay, well, I think you're wrong.
Well, what's your evidence?
What's your evidence?
Well, when you go out the outer space and you look back at the Earth, it's a ball.
Yeah, but have you ever seen that ball with your own eyeballs, or where are you getting this information?
We have these cool things called satellites that encompass our Earth, and some of them you can actually
who controls
tune
the satellites?
From your phone, and you can watch it.
Yeah, who controls the satellites and the image feeds?
Whatever country put them up there.
Okay, gotcha. Then they're governments, right? But, just because we disagree doesn't mean I'm going to go, you're a pro-pedophile, Mr. Buttlove. Like, come on.
You anti-flat earther.
Right. Come on, man. Like, can't you just realize that at some point it's not going to work? Like, I don't know. Like I said, I think that John is, like anybody else, started off with good intentions. Like, hey, I want to, raise awareness for abused children. And I think all of these people started out the same way. Like, I mean, it's just weird. To me, my life is...
pumping out death threats.
Right. Death threats is where, I kind of just say that's really... I don't take... I mean, I'm sure that there's some internet death threats that get taken serious, like John Anderson, who's being sentenced, I guess, next month for it. So death threats are a no-no. Like, I mean, but at what point is uttering a threat or calling somebody that glorious word that starts with the letter C going to be... They're not the same. I mean, do we agree that death threats, that's pretty bad. But, I mean, adjectives used to describe behaviors or words and the choice of... I mean, when I hear leftists call the president an idiot, and then I hear people call Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe. Even sleepy's an adjective. Like, come on, man. Like, why do we get to say that this word is okay, these words are not okay? I mean, we again, death threats are different, but, again, like... I mean, we don't call Joe Biden, hang him by the neck Joe Biden. I mean, you see what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
I mean, so again, calling you or anybody else a pro-pedophile at this point just really makes zero sense, in my opinion. Unless he brings some concrete evidence where it's like you professing your love for pedophiles, which I've challenged that for him to bring that forward. So, but I'll let you get to your
Hey,
dinner,
man.
brother, man. I appreciate you calling in. Hey, if you could, man, if you ever do talk to Mr. Miko Hayes, let him know. I'd love to have a conversation with him.
Fuck yeah. Hit him up, dude.
I have done more than hit him up. I don't think Miko Hayes is interested in talking to me. I'm afraid I might be one of his crazies that he'll just watch while I'm live. You know, like I'm going to end up like today, sovereign citizen CJ Abernathy, who once said this one thing that he's since retracted. You know, like, dude, I made a joke about women's rights. Come on, man. It was a joke. I pride myself on being a satirical comedian. Like, when you call yourself a journalist, and John calls himself a voice actor, and, you know, I think calling myself a satirical comedian kind of guy is more than fair, given the fact that I can joke about everything and do.
Well, that, and I can see how libertarianism could be confused as a sovereign also.
Right. Don't mistake my third-party views for sovereign citizen views, please. Please. Like, I registered to vote. Like, I ran for governor of the state. I went to the Secretary of State's office. I filled out the paperwork. I did not one debate convention, but 2 debate conventions. I mean, like, I put my work into it. So I didn't just say I was doing it. I did it. You know, like, there's a difference. So.
All right, man. I'm gonna fire up my smoker, dude, and cook up some fucking
jealous.
steaks.
Hey, I got a new air fryer behind me, right here. I'll tell you what. I want to get a bigger air fryer, and yeah, that's a glorious air fryer right there. If you don't have one, I suggest an air fryer.
I want to get one for potatoes, yeah, for making my fries and stuff.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, it takes away the grease flavor, and it makes like your little appetizers a little bit better. I'm telling you. But now you're getting me hungry, Mr. Breedlove. So, all right. Well, hey, as always, Mr. Breedlove, I appreciate you coming on, sir. Love you too, brother, and you have yourself a good dinner, man.
All right, man. You have a good night.
Take it easy. Unknown caller. I guess I got a little bit of adjustments to make on here for sure, but man, I would have given anything to talk to Miko Hayes about this, because, you know, again, I think he and I have covered some of the same crazy lunatics. I'm not a journalist. I just look for comedic inspiration to, you know, write songs, you know. I don't know what was the inspiration behind "Don't Stick Your Dick in Crazy," but you know, a lot of that, you know, parental rights portion of my life really came through in that song. I think I'm gonna work on some new music. I think that would probably get my mind back to a better spot. You know, it really sucks. I can't scroll through. Oh, look.
CJ.
What?
Miss Duggan's mastered going up the stairs.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
not good. We have a puppy that is master going upstairs, so it looks like she's gonna get to start going upstairs, which means you're gonna have to let her go upstairs. Okay, so breaking news out of the internet. You know what? I'm gonna get either John Anderson or Miko Hayes to see if either one of them will join me. We'll see. Give me a moment. I will give John the courtesy of not just bringing him on live to call him. And I'll ask him if he wants to join me and explain any of this. And again, I have no problems telling John what I disagree with if he wants to go there. I have no problem telling him what I agree with him on. So, you know, I'm just hoping that, you know, we can go there. So let's see here. First, we're going to do, let's see. As always, I'm sure that John Anderson, the country singer, is like, who is this John Anderson in Canada? Alright. Yeah, he's John Anderson. I think you have to literally type in Canada. Let's see. Jordan Peterson is a great Canadian to listen to. Man, finding you, John Anderson, is a lot harder than you'd think. There we go. There we go. Oh, this is a video of somebody making a video of Johnny Anderson. Oh, good Lord. Well, I'm going to play this just to see where if you guys can get an idea of who John Anderson is.
The kid that's connected to true pedophiles would fucking do. I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. Mark Mumma, get the fuck on the blowhorn, you fucking little fag. You fucking goof. Right? Right, you want to threaten kids, eh? How's those fucking boys of yours, Mark Mumma? Do they like living quiet fucking lifestyles, Mark Mumma? Or do you want them to fucking know what it's like to get a fucking shit kicking? Huh? And as they're getting the shit kicking, because they're adults now, maybe as they're getting boot fucked, they can say this is for threatening John Anderson's fucking daughter. How does that sound? Hey, Mark Mumma, how about that? Just bring your kid. Bring your boys here. They're grown up. Fuck it. Just bring them here so I can fuck them up and say it's for you. For you threatening my fucking kid with your little band of pedophiles and fucking pro-pedos and fake advocates. No. Fuck it, Cheryl Curry. You gotta threaten him because now it's gotta go to court so I can display the evidence against these fucks. Okay? That's
Now, I heard he's live on Miko's page right now. So, give me just a second here.
Do indeed recommend Tetley tea. It is the best tea I've ever drunken in my life. And if you ain't drunken it, you don't know what you're missing. I love how I used the word drunken in this little skit for you people just now. It was, I don't know, what's the word? Ah, fuck it. We are making tea. We are making tea while the obsessions keep watching me. Watching while the obsessions keep watching me. The obsessed keep watching me. They keep on watching me. The obsessed keep watching me. They keep. No, thank God. Feel free, Sophia. Anything. And it doesn't cost anything. I just created this with a bunch of other actors to help promote each other. So we don't take any fee. We'll hook you up with some work, and what you make, you keep. And you'll make anywhere from $5 to $25 US for every word that you say in voice acting. So yeah, it's good money. Depending on, sometimes there's bid auctions and stuff like that for parts, and it can get really challenging and very dirty. Yeah. But, yeah, so anytime you want to throw in a demo, that'd be pretty good, because I'm game. I'm totally game. We're totally game. So, yeah, everybody, so when you see this stuff, you know, there's a lot of jib-jab out there where people are saying that I'm not allowed online. Well, Obviously, I am, and these people just got proven to be liars once again. So, with that being said, if you guys were also looking for people that want to be a part...
Again, I'm told he's only allowed to be online to promote his voice acting. So this whole day thing that he's been doing of talking shit to me and showing off his pot and smoking hash and all that, that's a violation of his terms and probably going to violate his plea deal before his sentencing next month. So it looks like right after I made that post about that, he started this live to try and make it look like he's just promoting his voice acting. But so yeah, now at this point, now that I know that, I'm just going to keep on documenting these to send it off to the prosecutors in Canada. And yeah, we'll let them decide what happens.
Different personas. It feels good to now actually just go ahead, you know, be serious and be myself in a lot of these videos. So, you know, because the grand finale is pretty much done, I don't really have to pull off any more acting, luring anybody and so on into proving that they are some very sick individuals on social media and that we need a better policing system for social media. All right. The dangers of online social media. Wow, it's a dangerous place. So anyway, back to the acting. Yeah, if anybody wants to join the team, feel free. Feel free. Just make sure, you know, make sure you're not involved with some shady shenanigans on social media, right? Because we don't want to get involved with any shady shenanigans, right? So it's that kind of thing. Yada 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 yada.
Yeah, it looks like they're still up.
I like this kettle, man. She boils the tea super fast. Boils the tea super fast, this kettle. Love it. Freaking love it. Look at that. The obsessions have begun.
I actually have apple cinnamon tea with South Dakota honey, grown right here from the great state of South Dakota, Aberdeen.
Anybody know that person? Anybody?
You know what? I'm live
Anybody?
right now. I'm going to try to call John.
Anybody? Does anybody know that person?
Oh, he's gonna stop.
Oh, they can't help themselves. Oh. They're so excited to be in a movie. Oh. Just too excited to be in a movie. Oh! Look at Pamela. Check it out. It has begun. The sickos are on a rampage again. Okay.
He didn't answer my call.
Somebody's upset. Oh, so upset. Somebody's so upset. They can't help themselves. You gotta
Somebody's
call
definitely
Johnny.
upset.
I'm going to see if I can contact Nico directly.
You gotta call Johnny.
Maybe Nico will go.
Turning my
Maybe they'll
life
join
upside
live.
down. You just turned my life upside down. Oh. There we go. We just blocked it. Fuck it.
Dang.
Have fun with that. Fucking man, these people, they really think they, I don't know. You guys do get that I was acting, you know, like you actually were triggering me and you never were. So I don't know why you guys keep trying. It's funny though. It's funny. I think it's fucking amusing. You're grasping. That's what that's called. It's grasping. Grasping. Look, it's taking me this long to make a fucking tea. Can you believe that? This long. Let's see if you'll stay up there. There we go. You can't stay up there, so I'm gonna have to do this with one hand. Impressed? No, I'm not. I'll do it with two hands. You're not worth holding in my hand. There you go. So, yeah, we are looking for more parts, people to fill the parts. Alright? So make sure you guys do check it out at silvermanslim.com. And yeah, they got a fan page, so make sure you check them out too. Alright? I'm pretty much just the face of it, alright? There's other people that pretty much run it. I'm just the face and one of the main creators of it, but yeah. I'm too busy to be focusing on that whole website stuff, but I just don't like fucking using a computer. I just really don't. My eyes get sore right away staring at the fucking screen all the time.
Yeah,
Like
but there's a
that,
benefit to using a computer.
I hate it. It gets me annoyed. I just can't stand it. So I don't.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough sugar. Damn it.
Try natural organic honey, I suggest. Real great for sweetening up a tea.
So we just blocked that one too. We've been saving them all. So we will have a list. All these.
That face.
I just tried to send him a
wait.
text.
Now you can hear me. So I don't have to fake like I'm talking. You guys having fun yet? Man, I'm taking up a lot of your time.
Nah, we're just watching this destruction, really.
Those poor people they just can't let up. They just can't help themselves because they are so hurt. I'm ruining that fake image that they gave everybody. Such a shame. Now they's mad. They's so angry. Look at that, ladies and gents. There's just nothing they can do but phone? Is that all you can do is just phone a person? Oh, what a shame.
That's what it's come down to.
Oh, jeez, wait.
Exactly, Jim.
Hey,
You fight to
you
the
know what
death
this
for your
shows?
fucking kids.
Hey,
And when someone
shows that
just
I'm not
threatens
the
your
fucking
fucking
weird
kid
guy,
like
I'll
that,
tell you what.
Robin Sherman of
Look at
Remax
all the
Realty
followers of this
in
guy.
Winnipeg, Manitoba
Look at that.
is
Look at all
threatening
the
to
followers
fucking
of this
take a
fucking
child.
guy. He's proven
A child.
everything that we
Upset
said
the
about
fucking
him.
mom right now.
Isn't it?
She's in the bed
Hey.
crying right fucking now. Right now.
Holy fuck. Whoops. 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 It
Oh,
slipped.
His eyes twitching.
Oh. Oops, it slipped. I meant to hit the answer button. Damn it. I don't know. Whoopsie. Look at that. The exposed. They just can't help themselves. Oh. Oh, babies. Oh.
It's sad, really. I tried to reach out to Miko.
Why don't they call when I'm not live? Oh, they think they're disturbing the live, but they're actually just proving my point. They're fucking idiots. That's...
Yikes.
Oh, did he answer? Yeah, so again, at this point, like literally all the videos that he does today, I'm fine with wasting this time because I'm going to take a lot of time from him when I send this to the prosecutors and they violate his plea deal and his conditions of being online. Because I'm pretty sure just going on Facebook Live and talking shit
So,
about
fuck
me
it, man. This is so epic. It's
and smoking hash probably doesn't count as voice acting promotion. Not to mention I was told that hash is actually illegal where he's at, and he says he has $2,000 worth, so we'll let for the time I'm wasting today, I'm sure the prosecutors will repay me by taking his time. And that makes me feel okay with this.
So yeah, I'd love to. If somebody could help me get a hold of Miko, that'd be great.
Do a refresh.
active
Johnny
provocation.
boy.
Wow. Do you know what active provocation is? Maybe you should do your investigative journalism research and find out what active provocation is. But anyway,
So, bear with me.
This is John Anderson.
There we are. Sorry about that. But anyway, look at that. Look at that. I'm allowed online, and these people, they keep saying that John Anderson's not allowed. But guess what? They just got proven to be liars in front of all their followers.
He's only allowed to promote voice acting. That's why he keeps on trying to talk in his voice, and now he's trying to cover his ass with being a dumb fuck all day.
Totally. They do. What kind of investigative journalist would go around making a lie like that to all of his followers? That's just a shame. It totally is. I feel sorry for this guy. I really do. I really do. He hangs around some really sick people when he could actually, straighten his
Just covered his
fucking
fucking
head out
face
with
just
some real
now.
good team members.
That's why I brought it up.
But
you people are pieces
hey,
of shit. John Astor, you're a
that's a little
fucking
late for
goof,
that.
and I'm
We've
gonna
seen too much
fucking kill
dirtiness
you.
of this guy.
I'm
That's
gonna
not
kill
even
you,
worth
John
having
Astor.
him on
I'm
part
so
of a
gonna fucking
fucking
kill
team,
you.
man.
You're a pedophile. You pled
Look,
guilty to
your show
child
is
porn.
not worth-
I've got you recorded.
Why would it be
You're a
worth-
fucking pedo.
Buddy!
You're a fucking pedo. You're a fucking
know
pedo,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Francesca supports a pedo. She's a fake fraud
Yeah, the
advocate
famous
that's trying to
hungry
bring
people
in
keep calling.
pedophilia.
Hey,
You fucking
the ones
goof.
that are all
You're
working.
fucking
John
dead, John
Anderson's
Astor. Mark Bamal, you're
friends.
fucking dead. Jerry
Jasmine.
Pfeiffer. Fuck, I ain't even gotta threaten you. You're already fucking dead. You're almost there.
Damien,
Fuck, just
actually,
stay off the
I don't
arsonist
know
for a good fucking day.
what I can with this.
Okay.
quite Yet. I need to do
You
a
threaten my
Skype
fucking
type
kid, I'm gonna
call.
fuck.
I actually have dinner sitting upstairs.
Oh man,
Again,
dinner.
I'm just making sure all of these stay online to send over to the prosecutor because this guy's annoyed me. So,
No.
we can play his little dumb fuck bullshit game.
Liars. And these are people that are trying to tell the public.
I'd love
that
to
trust
just
them, to believe
Wrap this
them.
up with them.
There's something wrong there, ladies and
Hopefully
gents.
this live doesn't go on forever because I am hungry.
When they just got busted again. Lying.
Fucking kill you,
The
itching.
people.
I'm so calm right now.
Look at that.
Because I
Now,
so
what
know
kind
that
of
I'm gonna
people are
fucking
gonna
kill
do
you. You
that?
come at my
Are they
fucking
the kind of
kid.
trustworthy
Like
people that you
you
want in
threaten
your
my
life?
kid, I will fucking kill you. Rudy Orr, I'll
Why
even
would
kill
you
the
wanna
fucking
follow
Nazis you
lies?
roll with, you fucking piece of shit.
Because who the fuck
Tell
in
them
their
I
right
said
mind
so.
would
Send
do
them the
a live
fucking
if they
video.
ain't even allowed
Tell them
online?
that, hey,
We kind of stupid then, eh?
show them you're a
So it's
fucking
kinda stupid
pedo
that you
too,
made that
Rudy.
claim.
And then you're using this
Why
shit
would
to
you say
hide
that? You look
behind.
like an idiot. On top of looking like an idiot
Hey,
already.
you fucking
On top of
goof.
looking like an
Tell them the
idiot
truth
already. On top
about
of
your
looking like an
fucking
idiot
first
already.
daughter. Come
It
on.
never ends.
Like the guy who removed your kids came
Never
on my
does.
show and explained about you.
When are you going to stop
All right,
making yourself
bud?
look like an idiot?
And Rudy Orr doesn't have his
Yo,
kids, ladies and gentlemen. The guy's a
you
fucking liar. He
guys.
says he's got his kids, he
You gotta make
doesn't.
yourselves look like schmucks.
He ain't got shit.
This fucking
He doesn't visit his
psychopath
kids.
honestly
He's got no
believes that
visitation. He
by
lies to everybody on his
just
fucking live video.
talking in voices
then again,
that it's
right
going to
there,
meet the
the
requirements
pedophiles
of only being online to
Threatening
promote
to
his
take my
voice
fucking
acting.
kid. Corey
I
said,
really don't give a shit about views, likes, fans. That kind of
So
Fuck your
again,
shares, fuck
real
your likes,
quick to add
and
something
fuck
in
your views.
here. I
Hey,
did say
voice
these
acting,
people
so
have
Netflix.com.
threatened to say they would
best.
get his kid to be taken.
Yeah, we'll do swearing, but we don't do really R-rated material. So don't ask us to do any of that shit. But we will, however, do swearing. Okay?
I guess I should send
So
Nico the
anybody
link
out
to
there
the
who
live
supports
here,
that
and he
kid,
can see.
Check out silvermanslim.com at your earliest convenience, mind you. All right. So do that. Get back
Where
to
would
me.
I find the link?
I'm sure we can work out a deal of some sort. Right.
I'm sure it's here
Okay.
somewhere.
Look at that, re-streaming queer. Hey! Re-streaming quick. Come
Fuck you, John.
on, re-stream it quick. He's re-streaming. Oh, and he looks like an idiot in front of all of his friends.
There it is.
Hey, Doug. How's it going, bro? Yeah, you know something, guy? We just put the money down on the place. I think you know that already, Doug. We put money down on the new place today. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So I'm celebrating doing several videos today in excitement. Promoting all these voices and stuff. Because I'm so damn excited. The daughter's excited, the wife's excited, we're all excited. We get a new place, guy. It's exciting. Freaking exciting. You know, the haters and the stalkers ain't gonna have a fucking clue where I'm at now.
Jail.
Whoa.
You're going to jail. I'm going to see to it.
Good luck with that, eh? Hey.
Oh yeah, hey Sophia, check you next time. Make sure you send a demo. Feel free.
Oh my god, I hope Sophia does send in a demo.
It's getting hot in here. Again. So what other voice should I do, Pussycat? You like that, what's another one here? Okay, let me think. I'm just trying to think of a really good voice that I can do that you haven't heard. Or the pirate voice of the Black Pearl. I be telling you.
What the
You be walking the
fuck?
plaza before you be stealing the Black Pearl from me. Right. There you go. There's the pirate voice. That's actually my worst fucking version of it.
Oh, fuck.
But okay, we did the Jamaica one not long ago. Yo, brother, we got the real Rasta green man. We got the real Java to make a skin turn green man.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. And hey, before I go any further with voice, I want to make sure too, because there's a couple of idiots again saying that you can't have hash and shit. Oh, this was what, dude? It's totally legal here, man. And I'm prescribed fucking. That's my medication. So to say that I can't have it around my fucking kid, I can have my medication sitting wherever the fuck I want. So, are you fucking insane? God, man, the things that you say to those that are your loyal followers, it's just getting sick. You're sick. Need help, guy. I really like
30
what's that actor's name on that movie that we just watched?
30
where he
grams
robs
is the
bank,
most that you can
that armored truck.
buy at a time.
Todd might be able to help me with this. What is that actor's name that was just on that movie that robbed that armored truck? That short, fat...
30 grams is the most you can buy or carry at one time.
Oh, gosh. Why can't I?
Yeah, it even says it in the comment. Miko lost his audio. You lost your audio. Miko, you lost your audio. $30 grams in public, so I'm betting you can have more in home, but you can only carry. There's our new dog, Daisy. Daisy, say hi. She's a black lab. Just because he uses... Okay, hold on. Yeah, there we go. I agree there, Mr. Breedlove. Just because you use a different voice to make threats doesn't make it legal. Yeah.
Go see that movie, Russ. You listen to
We
me.
lost
If I
Miko's
tell-
mic
That's
on
right.
that one.
It's Zach Galifianakis. Whatever the fuck that is. Fanakis. It's like
Anybody
kissing a
could help
fanny.
me,
Fanakis. No offense, Zach.
You know, get a hold of Miko. I would love to go live. He lost his audio again. So I don't know if that's a scene issue or
You sicko. I've got so much stuff. I'd be wanting to make a deal with you.
Yeah, it's his mic.
If you had that much on me. But you don't. And guess what? I ain't making no deals with you.
Right?
Hell no.
Man.
There's enough material to make
All
a
right.
never-ending series out of this shit. And you've all caused it yourselves. You thought you were so high and mighty? Thought you'd say and post
Sorry,
the things
had
that
to
you
do a
did?
battery change there.
But guess what? Every action has a consequence.
Yeah, so the hash thing, if it is legal, then
30 grams in
one of the
public.
problems that I was saying earlier is that I don't think $2,000 worth of hash falls into the legal requirements. And yeah, sorry, my battery died because I've been fucking having to do this shit all day.
We got this guy documented lying to his followers. Again.
debunking this guy. Such a glorified investigative journalist. But yet he failed to prove he's an investigative journalist. Strange. It's so funny. We don't announce that I'm allowed online. We just pop myself on. Because we want these people to make claims so we can prove shit. So who's playing who still? Hey, you can't top me. There's just no way. And there's so many people in the background helping me out, I ain't gotta do shit. It's so bad what has happened to you. You're so exposed that you think that everybody is me. Everybody. You think that my fucking wife is me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Jeez. So give your head a shake. You fucked up. And you keep fucking up. How much more fucking up do you want to do? How much more do you want to keep doing to yourself? Because at the same time, I do these videos and I promote my voice acting every freaking time. So you're helping me no matter what.
Notice he keeps on trying to go to the voice promoting now. I think he knows that he fucked up today.
Everybody knows. People see, people watch. They watch. It's saved. It's recorded video, man. How are you going to dig out of that? How are you going to deny any of this shit that went down? That's exposing all of your fucked up asses. How are you going to defeat that? I just don't understand. I want to know how you plan on defeating that. You're going to make a lying documentary about me? Well, go for it. Because it ain't going to fucking help you. It ain't going to save you. It's going to show the real you. You're trying to reflect. Deflect. Yeah. There's nothing you do. Because when we got the goods and proof of all of your lies and deceit,
My dog just shit on the floor. Gotta clean that up real quick.
You're over. You're fucking over. You got no credibility. You've got nothing. You don't have a pot to piss in. This is John. That's John. He's John. She's John. And look at that. You fucked up so much. You're like the boy cried wolf. That's it. You're like the boy who cried wolf.
He's doing the coincidentally. He's doing the same thing to Miko. Every call is Miko apparently.
The boy who cried wolf. And so how are you gonna get past that?
Oh.
Your deviant posts, your perverted shit, claiming to be an advocate, some of you claiming to be a investigative journalist, and you're all into some serious sick shit. So how are you gonna fucking defeat that? I'm glad you're proud that the world's gonna know how sick you fucking are. Right? You're proud. I can see how proud you are. You called me so many fucking times, you're so proud. "11 times in less than a minute? Is that what you counted? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's more times than an exposed pedophile that I've exposed called. That's fucked up. That's more obsessive than that pedo. Holy fuck. Whoa.
I gotta fix this real quick. It's bugging me.
That's a bit fucked up. So, I really hope that you guys do clear the air with all the people that you said that I wasn't allowed online. Because you're a fucking liar.
I never said you weren't
You look
allowed
like
online. I just
Okay.
questioned whether or not you're allowed
Ain't no
online.
investigating shit.
That's all.
You're a fucking deflector is all you are. You try to say things to make people not look at the truth about you.
I feel like this is not promoting his voice acting. And I feel like the prosecutors are going to feel the same and reconsider that plea deal.
There we
That
go.
means he's
That's
lying
better.
about me. That doesn't work.
See?
Just because
Perfect.
you shared my fucking video to your page or restreamed it, that doesn't fucking help you. We know what you're trying to do by doing that. How you're using that shit to actually pull the wool over the people's eyes that are watching your page. You see, it comes down to simple psychology, ladies and gents. Right? Something these fucking guys know nothing about. So I'm glad that I can sit here acting.
Yeah, this is a new live right now. This is going on right now. I stopped eating to come play this fucking idiot just because I'm collecting all of them to send over to the prosecutors.
All right, so there you go. There's no beating it. You're done. It's just over. Just because you shared a video, it doesn't mean that you're the fucking guy who's right.
It means you're trying to cover up the truth about you by even sharing it, by saying, look at everybody, why would I share this video if I was telling the truth? I'm sharing it to my page. But no, people nowadays, they don't believe that shit. They know that tactic. They've seen it used by those I've exposed in the past. So what? It ain't gonna fucking help you. It ain't gonna save you. You're done. You're fucking done.
Holy shit, did he have a stroke today? What's going on with his eye?
I really like the fact, though, that you're sharing this shit with your people so that they fucking know and that they're aware. Because the best part of this is it really squeezes all you sick fucks all together in one little group. That's right. You all start friending each other and communicating with each other.
Why, hello, Michael. Yes, he is speaking about me. Anybody just popping on here? This is John Anderson. This is my psychopathic Canadian stalker. Today he randomly flared up. He's actually convicted in Canada for cyber stalking and threats and a bunch of shit. He took a plea deal. Next month is his sentencing, and part of his plea deal and his arrangements for being online, his conditions is that he can only be online to promote his voice acting, which clearly we're not doing that today. So at this point, I'm just restreaming all of his lives throughout the day as he gets more and more crazy and pissed off, and then sending that over to prosecutors. So you guys are more than welcome to watch as that goes on all day. Because I'm pretty sure that's going to violate his plea deal and his conditions, so we're gonna put John Anderson in jail.
Probably got a wife that's got more leg than a fucking bucket of chicken. Yeah. And this guy actually admits to being a pervert. He says his wife likes him being a pervert. I'm like, holy fuck, guy. Really? It's glad to know that you're a part of the fucking problem in this world, right? Holy fuck. I'm sorry, man, but I ain't no fucking pervert in bed. You may be, but not.
Oh. What happened there, John? Let me go ahead and refresh him. I'm not sure what happened there.
Fucking monkey asses. Me, I make fucking love. That's what I do. I make love. No perverted
What
shit.
the fuck?
Compassion. Caressing that face. Fingers through hick, slowly kissing. Mwah. You know, the woman, that's what she wants. Not perverted. What the fuck? You admitted to being a perverted fucker that your wife likes that shit? Whoa! That
I'm
is
gonna be
some
recording
fucked up
calls to
thing.
child services. Okay,
Hey,
I'll be doing it
thanks
fucking
for
live. I'll
admitting it.
report.
Thanks for being a part of the problem, not a part of the solution. Wow. Anyway, guys, how do you like the voice acting so far? I've been doing several videos promoting the different voices.
He goes back to the voice acting like it's covering up the fact he's sitting here talking about how he makes love. This video is totally just about voice acting.
I'm actually holding my gut right now and staying on this live with you. But yeah, wow. Oh. It is like to do that voice, actually the Brooklyn voice, the way I'm pushing out the air actually can be a problem. Fuck. That's why acting in video, doing movies, it's just not for fucking me, man. It just ain't. It ain't.
Nope.
Wow. That's why voice acting is more of my thing, man, because I can do more breaks in between, you know, more breathing techniques, stuff like that. So in video acting, I can only do maybe shorts. Hey, Marilyn, how are you? Jeez, it's been a long time. Geez, it's been a long time. Geez, I haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, to do that, it's sometimes, especially if I haven't eaten and I'm trying to do the Brooklyn accent or any other type of mobster, gangster accent. If I haven't eaten, I'm going to cramp up. I will. And no ifs, ands, or
What?
buts about it. I'm going to cramp up. Yes. And it sucks. And
He
that's what's
cramps
happening
up from
right
doing
now,
voice.
this very minute.
Jesus
Yeah.
fuck. This is real life.
So, I really love doing these
my
voices
God.
for you guys. You know, I wish I could come on online more and do more of these, but in the midst, I've got a lot of stuff I got to deal with. I would be online more often. Hold on, I'm checking my battery power's at 20. So that's good. Ooh, what a cramp. But yeah, you know, I just can't do it, man. I got no thrills for it either, so I'd be on more often, but I'm really sorry. I just can't do it. Right? When are you going to say I do to me? Oh, that's so sweet. Hi, cat. That is cute. You beautiful woman, you. You know I am married, right? But anyway, where was I now? Oh, see, now look what you did to me. She stumped me, cat. Yeah. Now I think I'm blushing. Gosh. Gosh. I think I'm blushing. Hey, I think I'm blushing. Aww. But anyway, I love doing this stuff for you guys, but I wish I could do it more. I really, really, really do. So when you actually take the time, go back and look at a lot of my old previous videos that I've done. You'll clearly see that I've been doing a lot of different personas, different acting, a lot of different hardcore, you know, facades and so on. Check them out. That way, a lot of you will be in the clear that you'll know that a lot of that is acting. Okay? And just keep that in mind, because there's a lot of people out there, a lot of haters that are taking they're the same people that are actually saying I'm a shitty actor, and yet they're taking these videos and using them, saying that I was being real and realistic, this is him and such, but no, that isn't really me. No, I was acting, and I've done this pretty much for 9 entire years.
He claims a phone call he didn't know was being recorded where he cried because Francesca Amato has more followers than him, was him acting.
For a lot
Yeah, I got the video right here where he
I've kept
threatens
up the
people.
facade even in actual private conversations. Because
Even in
technically, I
private
don't know
conversations.
Like I
who
said,
you are, who you're with, so I've got to keep up the facade. So therefore, I was keeping up the behavior of such,
Facade.
you
Put
know,
your
keeping it
motherfuckers.
real. Well,
Every
fucking
one
you,
of you
pieces of shit as being real. And,
Okay, and here. Look at this one.
I do
Smokes a
apologize
joint.
for a lot
Smokes
of that,
joint
but
while
it had to be
he's
done
live.
so that we can document a lot of this
That's a
stuff
good
so that
reason
we
to
can
take
make a
my
film.
kid.
It was
How fucking dumbed down some of
initially
these
it's
people
supposed
that
to be
follow
just
these
one
shitheads.
film, but now it's
Smoking
turned out that
joints
we've
while he's
accumulated so
live.
much
Oh my God.
material and so many fakes
And Corey says
that it was only
She's
supposed
right.
to be for the first 1 or 2 years.
Look at that.
We kept getting more
Corey
people,
Sim.
more fake evidence.
So those of you for those
and
kids out
more
there,
evil being shown to us, that it took us 9 years of accumulating screenshots, video recording, chats, and so on. That, wow, we kept it going. So now we've gotten so.
Jasmine, I played the phone call on the first live from today. It's somewhere in that video.
Because there's so many evil out there that we need to expose in this film that it has to be into a series, because no one's going to.
Everybody's got a film. Everybody's got a film they're
Whatever.
doing.
It's freaking long. The amount of stuff that we've so far put together, it's long. Long. So, like I said, for everybody out there, I do apologize. I do very good acting. I do put on.
What the heck? Oh, my stuff's going
Very
out
good
that
show.
way, huh?
I really do. Even in conversations I've acted where, you know, because that was all just a creation to hit multiple birds with one stone, so to speak. All right. Of course, mind you, a lot of the stories that we hosted within the show were real people with real stories to tell, right? And so we did allow them to tell their stories on the show, which potentially we wanted to have people smear me, and we wanted to copy that and call me names, encourage me to try to kill myself, and all this other stuff. So
Are you like
utilizing
staging
all of
your
this material,
own
putting it all together
hoax?
into a
Like,
series.
what is going on? Why is my stuff now going like this? Look at Miko's face. She just sits there and stares. Let me refresh.
Acting, getting them to say more, they're posting more, proving who they really are in the midst of it. So I hope you get what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. You know, a lot of people that were smart kind of clued into what was going on. I guess that's because they have an awake mind, I guess, so they could totally see. Because I did too many facades or different personas in such a short period of time that was kind of almost setting me up. So if you actually go back and look at some of them, you can actually see the differences, right? If you actually go back and take a look. So I wasn't exactly hitting the same act in every video. I was, you know, and sometimes I'd slip and I'd be more of a professional person inside some of these videos, and rush into
Your mom, Corey,
you know
Sam,
what I mean? So
you know what she just did,
what
right?
this was an actual great idea.
She's helping a
It
pedophile, you
played the
guys.
most of evil people
Your
online,
mom
and it got them
is
engaged
helping
so that
a
I could
fucking
collect evidence
pedophile.
that would be used in a documentary series.
And she's
like I
doing
said,
it all
I've
out
been
of
doing this for
anger.
like 10 years, 9 to 10 years.
Where did your
So
mom
we've got
learn
a
this
lot
shit?
of material, a lot of damn material that we're going to be using.
Who is your dad?
And,
I want to know
a lot of
this.
people.
How
We're
did your
we're not
fucking
blurring
mom
out
learn to
anybody's
fucking
real
just
profiles.
utilize a
We're not
pedophile in
blocking
this
out
way or just
anything.
side with
We're
one?
showing you the
Like,
truth.
what the fuck's going
We're
on?
not
What was your
masking. We're
guys'
not
upbringing
candy
like?
coat anything. What you're getting in this
Right?
film is
What
exactly.
kind of guys came in and out of the fucking house since you
That's
guys
what
were
we're showing you.
born?
We're showing you the dirty of the dirty. And these people are online right now trying to get you to either donate
Right.
to them, follow to them. They're lying to you, telling
Fuckers,
you
man.
that there's something that they're not. And they're trying to get proceeds from all of this lying to all of these innocent people online.
So there you go. You take that
So many of
recording,
you
you go to the
innocent people are
police.
donating
I'll do
a
the
lot of
same
this money to
fucking
these
thing.
fake
John Astor,
people,
you can
and
get
it's
to the
gotta
cops
come
right
to
now.
steps.
Your
So what
police
better
are
way to
open.
do this?
Okay?
Somebody has to take the
Your
risk.
police are
Somebody has
fucking
to go
open
all
right
out.
now.
Just
So go to the
who actually gives a
cops.
shit about the people as much
Take
as
that
I do.
threats I
I'm
just
willing to go
fucking
that
made.
far. And I
Okay?
did. And I'm proud that I went that far.
Rolling another
There's
joint.
a
Fuck.
few risks taken involved in it, but I've done it. I did it. I'm glad. I've got enough to go on. We've all got enough to go on. It's in the works. It's being produced. And, you know, you guys, you shouldn't have took the bait. Like, you know, if you weren't such psychopaths, you know, you would have seen what was happening. But because you're so gung-ho and trying to build this false image, that's what you're so in charge in doing. That's what you wanted to do. You were so wanting that so bad that you're missing the actual things that you could find to see that, hey, you know what? It would be very unprofessional if you were to say this, or if you're in this group sharing this kind of derogatory material, very sick material, and so on. You get what I'm saying? So you all thought that all of those videos were really me. You see, now that's where you screwed up. You completely made a huge mistake, and then you went to your fans, and you started lying about me and so on, and that made you look worse. All right? See? And you screwed up. You've been played. There's no beating around it. You can argue it, try to dispute it all you want, but there's too many people that have been involved in this for the entire 9 years that they know what's been going on. All right? They've kept it right into the down low.
I can promise you I'm going to do everything in my power to put his ass in jail just for making my dinner go cold.
Going around doing what you're doing to people online, because that is some pretty evil shit. Right. So with that being said, boy, John doesn't sound too dumb now, does he? And he sure doesn't.
He sounds fucking stupid.
But to a lot of you out there that started to defame me and bash me all over the internet, it shows the truth about you. That's what that shows. A lot about you. It's pretty sad, right? So, encouraging suicide. We've got associations with convicted predators. We've got a slew of fake advocates. You know, it's huge. It's really huge. And what we're seeing right now, you may not see it, but when we investigated all of this stuff for 9 years, these fake advocacies and these other fakes online that are starting these fugazi organizations or names of bullshit, all right? They're lying to you. They're lying to the people. They're asking you for donations, all right? They're living off of you, the innocent people. All right? So maybe you need to wake up and pay attention, because you're paying for them to keep the online behaviors going. You're funding their behavior when you donate to these people like the fake journalists or the fake advocates. And then when we
Miko,
within our production,
admittedly, I donate
realize
to the
actually
Daily
funding
Haze.
this
Oh,
behavior.
discuss now.
That's
I think it still says
One of
Daily
us
Haze in the
anyways, David.
donation.
Make sure I'm recording it all and don't go out there and eat and just let this end or whatever. So it's fine. I can reheat my food. Like I said, it'll be worth it. I'm fine with wasting the time today because I'm going to take a lot of time from him when I send this to the prosecutors. All of these videos from today. I imagine there'll be another video after this once he goes back and watches this one, gets more pissed off, then he'll go back online to do
Which is where I'm
voice
hoping
acting.
to just get to the bottom of all this, because I think it's stupid watching it
criminal acts of
this way.
hatred or defamation, hate smearing campaigns, your donations are funding that behavior, and that's a fact. And that's something that needs to be broken down to you people, because so many people are so stupid that they can't see it. All right? And so that's why we are here creating this production that's going to annihilate, literally annihilate, fake advocates. Okay? Those that go around hating people, threatening to use their court papers, their family court cases against them. You know, it's sick. And somebody's got to do something, so who's going to do it? None of you are. None of you were able to take the risk like I did. None of you had the courage. Okay? None of you. So what does that say about you? For all of you that are bashing me right now, that are all caught up in being exposed in this series, what does that say about you? Right? So figure that out.
We're just letting you speak, Mr. Anderson.
So, I'm actually ashamed about the 9 years of shit that I've accumulated on Facebook alone. And this is just Facebook. Facebook is the most dangerous of all social media websites. And the mere fact that even when we sign into it or engage in a Facebook Live or even a single post, we endorse the fact that this website does nothing to stop these predators or fakes online. We endorse it. Every time we use it, we sign into it. We're endorsing that fact. We're blinded. We're blinding ourselves to the fact that Facebook is doing simply nothing. Right?
Facebook has actually created a ton of awareness about a whole fucking plethora of different issues. And granted, there's a lot of problems with it too, like we're seeing in the 2020 election and politicians not having to fact check ads, shit like that. But as far as that, that's complete and total bullshit, just to correct this moron.
That hard drive's full of shit. And the fake advocacies keep popping up. And I could keep collecting shit year after year after year, and it's just keeping me from producing it. So now
I
we
need
had
a
to cut
lot
it
of
at 9
hard
years.
liquor.
Take what we got and run with it. Okay? So that's how bad it is.
Oh shit. Sorry guys. I did not mean to click on that notification. God, I hate this guy. Oh, John. Yeah, I need a whole
bent
shitload of hard liquor.
About being exposed. You know, why even bother? Because you keep adding more material. It just doesn't make sense. Right? Like, if we're already exposing you and you keep doing your shit, we're going to keep adding your material, yes. But for any new fake advocates that pop up, we have no room to accumulate and document any of this stuff. To put it out there to keep you guys aware. So it's going to come down to technically you. You need to do the research and do the investigation.
So he's basically saying
Yourself involved.
that they're going to promote
Kids
your
coming down to your
work
kids, right?
for
What?
you.
Okay, you're fighting for your children. You see, you're fighting for your kids, corruption in the system, whatever, what have you. And so, what are you doing? Are you going to risk your case and yourself by just jumping into any person that says that they're an advocate? Because that is a very risky move, considering that you're trying to get your kids back into your care. What I suggest is doing a proper, thorough investigation into these people before you get yourselves involved. All right? That way it also...
Fuck does this have to do with voice acting? God damn it. This is why I'm sending all this shit to the prosecutors. Best of luck, John. Couldn't have happened to a better asshole.
You doing all of that, but they will be talking about it in closed doors, and you won't have a hope in hell. Okay? So let that eat at your mind for a little bit. Richard asks, what would you say 85% of these so-called advocate groups on Facebook are fake? I'm going to say that it's higher than that. It's about 90%. 95% of the advocacies on Facebook are fake. So really give yourselves a little thought there. All right? In 9 years of accumulating stuff.
I feel like Miko deserves a bigger spot on a better spot on the screen.
And I do thank you. The many of you actually gave me support. You know, through even all of the acting and so on. Thanks. You guys rock. I appreciate you and everything that you've done. And for the team behind Silverman Stun that's been doing this and accumulating this stuff for the past 9 years, you guys are the best team that I've ever worked with ever in my life. You guys rock. Richard too, you rock. It's awesome. Awesome. Todd, you rock. I gotta say, Todd, you're awesome. Richard's awesome. You're all awesome. I love it. I love working with you guys. Pamela, you're awesome too. I gotta say that right now. You're awesome. You're sweet in my books. Alright. So, if anything, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share the method of trying to catch these people. Alright?
Look at his eyes. He's trying so hard to not be fucking crazy.
Things. Right? If you got somebody's a good actor, that actually helps. It really does. It helps. If you're a good actor, it really does help weed out the who's who in the evil Facebook zoo. All right, so I'm gonna leave you at that. I gotta go, spend some time and relax. I'm actually gonna draw myself a real nice warm bath, and yeah.
I was gonna say,
sit and watch.
how long is this gonna go on?
My favorite YouTube channel, Brightside. Love it. Very informal.
Look at Miko.
YouTube
Poor
channel
guy.
with a lot
Long
of
day.
good factual videos to help enlighten the mind. So I do recommend you guys check it out. I love them. They're awesome. So, man, I just don't know what to say other than the fact that I've totally done my job. It's over with, and you guys just wait for the movies. Especially A Mother's Heartache. That's the very first one that we're working on right now. A Mother's Heartache. Domestic violence awareness film. I'll have the screenwriter, George, on live with me so that we can talk about this production. And so he can give you a better insight as to why he actually wrote the script. And there's actual meaning behind this because he actually truly believes in the fight against domestic violence. And so that's why me and George have teamed up together to do this production for all of you. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank you for watching this video. Of course, now look at that. You're seeing John Anderson as professional as can be. Make sure you stay tuned with me next time because I'm going to be back.
You people are pieces of shit. John Astor, you're a fucking goof, and I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill you, John Astor. I'm so gonna fucking kill you. You're a pedophile. You pled guilty to child porn.
From United Kingdom, and the reason as to why he wrote the script, A Mother's Heartache, right? So thanks again for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourselves a good night. I'm again John Anderson. I'm an actor. You can see more of me at silvermanslim.com. If you can't spell it, don't ask me. It's not my problem, it's yours. I'm going to get off here now and have a good evening, and I hope that you do too. Anyway, hey Malcolm, sorry you turned in late, but I'm about to jump off. So anyway, Malcolm, and everybody else out there who watched this video, even to the haters, to the defamers, to the pro-pedo pieces of shit, well, guess what? I do indeed thank you for watching this video, and make sure you do tune in next time. Have yourselves a good evening.
Alright, so there we go. I think I am going to go eat dinner now. And like I said, anytime he goes live, I'm just going to restream it through my personal page because he's not worth my actual page. We'll just keep all these so he can't delete them off his page, because again, I'm told one of the conditions of him being allowed online for the charges he's convicted of, which included like cyber stalking, threats, and he took a plea deal that knocked down like 5 of the charges to 2 charges.
I've got you recorded.
He's supposed to be
You're a
sentenced
fucking
next
pedo.
month.
You're a fucking
And
pedo.
part of the conditions
You're a
of
fucking
being allowed
pedo, man.
online is it's
Francesca
supposed to be
supports a
voice
pedo.
acting related.
She's a fake fraud advocate that's
which
trying to
is
bring
why,
in
like, just now,
pedophilia.
Like even
You
the
fucking goof. You're fucking dead,
caption
John
for that
Astor.
last
Mark
video
Ramal,
is
you're fucking
debunked
dead.
LMFAO,
Jerry Pfeiffer.
check out this voice
Fuck, I ain't gotta
acting.
threaten you. You're already
And
fucking
put that
dead.
right
You're
after I
almost
put
there.
a post about
Fuck, just
him,
stay off the arsonist for a good
not
fucking
being
day.
allowed online unless it's about his voice acting. So I'm gonna take all these videos that he's been doing today, and I'm going to shoot them over to the prosecutors. John, I imagine by now you're watching since your video ended. I'm going to send all your videos today to the prosecutors of you smoking hash on fucking video and all that shit. They're going to do, and if this was a violation of your conditions or not. So instead of leaving it up to a case of he said, she said, you're claiming this, I'm claiming this, what we'll do instead is just let the fucking prosecutors speak for it. And they can go ahead and handle this, because I'm not going to sit here and have this pissing match with you. But I 100% will make sure that your videos from today are saved. Again, I'm fine with taking this time out of my day today, as long as it helps to make sure that you go to prison. So, John, you have a good night. Hopefully you're done. God, Shar is at 9. I will do Shar's too later tonight, unless John's still going. I imagine John's going to see this video and then he's going to lose his shit again and do another one. Like, I don't see John slowing down. That was kind of a weird video just now with this whole, he has actually just been acting like he's a fucking psychopath for the last years. God, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we'll do that later on. But then John, like I said, anytime he goes live, I'm going to go live today, and I'll continue to waste this time just to make sure that we can take some time away from old John Anderson. So John, good luck, buddy. Feel free to do more lives about your voice acting, some more promotional videos, and we'll maybe the process. Cool. Maybe this will help you get hired, since you're a piece of shit and obviously can't get hired. So, all right, I'm gonna go eat. You be good, John. I'll catch you around, buddy boy.
Oh man, so that concludes that concludes Miko watching John. Miko's watching John and I'm watching Miko and you're watching me. Crazy world we live in here. So John's not live, so you done with your live? Maybe it's the other one I need to message him under. I think I got 2 numbers for John Anderson. Maybe I do. You finish with your live. Boom. I guess I could take this off the screen now. And again, as always, if anybody'd like to join, you're more than welcome to call in. I've sent Miko a link. I guess I could send this to John too. I am texting him Mr. Breedlove. That's exactly what I was doing right as you sent that text. What's up? Well, I've been watching all day long. Me either. I don't like being the middleman either, which is why like I said, I'd love to talk to either Miko or Mr. Anderson or Mr. Hayes, you know, either way. Because, I mean, it's to what end? Yeah, you can give him my number if you want. I've already sent it to him, I'm sure, at some point. I came clean with the documentary. Okay. Whatever that means. Okay. So I'm live now. I've been live for 2 hours. Watching you. Yeah, man, I'm getting texts from John right now, just full disclosure. John is saying, he explains, yeah, I have been for 2 hours. I'll send you the link. Okay, now I gotta go get that link, because it's on the phone. Share messages. John. Boom. All right. There we go. Well, at least now John's aware. So now 2 out of the 3 people are aware that I'm broadcasting here. Yeah, an hour and a half of talking, an hour and a half of listening to you is hard enough, John, but so, oh man, this is a lot. So, again, I preface this with Miko is more than welcome to call in. John is more than welcome to call in, and Davian, of course, has already called in, but is, as always, welcome to join again as he pleases. So, man, you know, like I said, I've come clean with John plenty of times when I've disagreed. Like, for example, I think your list has people on there that are innocent. And I've told that to you before, and I have no problem saying it again. I think Miko brings up questions that you're going to have to answer. Because just blocking and hiding on Facebook isn't going to stop them from asking those questions. So, you know... Do I think John is the worst human being on the planet? I mean, Miko seems to think that he took the trophy from Fran. I mean, yeah. See, this is what another thing that bothers me is this video right here is 2 hours long. It's longer than I could make it longer than a movie for Star Wars. So at some point you just gotta go, okay, you saying you're gonna create a documentary is obviously, let's see it. Don't just talk about it, do it. I'm all for documentaries, but alright, plus we can't associate with those who associate with those exposed. Right. again, not exposed in a court of law, not convicted by a jury, just convicted by John Anderson online, is not exposed. Again, I don't know. Like I said, I'd like to prefer to talk to you about it rather than to just have to do it this way. But we live in a world where people think that I don't know. Actually, I don't even know what John thinks. I don't, which is again 605-277-9388. But again, to just say you exposed them, like, John, you've been exposed. Like, you're being sentenced. Like, you're gonna go to jail. Like, come on, man. Like, captured, that's all, but whatever that means, man. Like I said, I don't fear John Anderson, and like I said, I wish that John Anderson would, the aid to a pedo, etc. We got it all. Man, this is just rehash from like 2017, 2018. It's like, come on, man. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna call in. Take care. Alright. Yeah, you know, I tried to help you out there, John, but all I can tell you is enjoy your freaking jail sentence, John. You know, like, I mean, it doesn't get much more clear than you can't act and utter threats and then go, no, I was just acting. No, John, like, this.
Bye.
This
Okay.
is not.
You threaten my
acting.
fucking kid, I'm gonna fucking kill you, itch, and I'm so calm right now. Because I so know that I'm gonna fucking kill you. You come at my.
Now listen, I'm all about that defending your family stuff, but like you literally took it like to a level where you can see in the criminal statute,
Fucking kid like that.
like, these people you're accusing, John, this has always been your problem, is that you're accusing these people that have never been convicted in a court of law, which falls under defamation, libel, and slander, because just saying that they're exposed is not evidence. Like, that was the one thing that has always been the it's black and white. You know, it's like, show your evidence. I agreed with you that John Astor can't travel to the United States. Now, that's my question for you there. Like, can he? No. So, is what you're saying about him correct? Sure, but 4 people down because somebody once talked to somebody who went to an event and then took a picture with a group of people, and now all that group of people are somehow on your list. I've told John multiple times my problem, and I'm pretty sure that after today I'll probably be on his magical fucking black and white or blacklist or whatever the fuck he calls it. But again, prior to this, nobody had deemed John Anderson unfit either. So I'm trying to keep it fair on both sides, even though I'm pretty sure John will about to put a nice freaking jab at me at some point. Sure, it's coming. I mean, a guy that treats people like this, John, turns on people the moment that you even feel that somebody's questioning you. So you got to work on that, buddy. Like, I'm telling you, like, this stuff right here is childish, John. This is childish. Straight up. And, you know, I'm more than fair, man. Like, I'm like, hey, you can call in. You say you can be on the internet. You're just going to blanket me in with all this shit. But, you know, I do donate to the Daily Haze. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Let me make sure that my, my phone's having issues. Wow, man. My PayPal's acting up. Now my whole phone's acting up. Lovely. Can't even use my phone. Just stuck on a home screen. Lovely. So, look, here's what's kind of funny. This is to show you where we've come from, how far we've come, okay? In the comment right here on his video, you can see right here somebody's asking me, CJ, will John go to jail for threatening all these people? Like, that's how far back we go. Let's see. Yeah, look at that, right there. How about that? That would be look at that. For the last 3 months, 2 donations. I just auto pay $5 to the Daily Haze. I don't know if you can see it or not. And then 2 more. So yeah, $5 a month donation to the Daily Haze through PayPal. You know, just something that I can do that, you know, supports. It's not much, but hey, you know, like you said, I'm not a rich man, but I like to give $1 to somebody that I enjoy the work of, you know. Again, it's good to keep in mind that John had not at this point been proven by any court to be unfit. And there were people, and there are screenshots of people that were trying to coordinate and take John's kid. Like, they were trying to coordinate it. It's a fact. So, I mean, I won't let any side take away a fact from the other. But again, I'm sure that when I question John, you call me a pro pedo, and at the end of the day, I'm fucking done, because at the I mean, I'm literally getting thrown in Facebook jail for saying we should hang pedophiles, and you're gonna call me a pro pedophile? I'd be like, fuck you. So, I mean, I leave it up. I leave the number up, just like anybody. I mean, this is where you need to realize, John, that like Miko's almost there too. He's got it. He's just one hop, skip, and a jump away from putting a number up on the screen like I did, and there I have right here, and you'll be able to call in, you know, communicate when you want, how you want. Like, I put the number on the screen. Literally, if it rings, it interrupts my broadcast. It interrupts me here. It goes loud enough for everyone to know I'm being called. And you get the floor. So I try to make it as fair as humanly possible. You know, for those of you that don't know, John lives in Canada. All right, and Miko lives down there in Kansas somewhere. So I don't think we're going to be seeing any hand-to-hand combat or any MMA fights, or I haven't heard either one of them fighting each other for charity. Although I do know The one thing I will Google is where is she at? Give me the Google, and we'll keep it honest. So 30 grams of hash is what's allowed in Canada. Again, even though I don't think there should be a limit because fuck the government, then that doesn't make me a sovereign citizen. So it's like on one hand, this is where the internet's kind of weird, you know? Like, if I had to talk about each three individuals that you heard predominantly in today's content, Mr. Breedlove, Mr. Hayes, and Mr. Anderson. Let's just do it. Let's go through it. All right. So first, we'll start off with Miko Hayes. Miko Hayes, journalist, followed by 420 people. Has people that care about him. Posts like anybody else. Gets more than your average person for some interactions here. You really a friend of Edward Norton? But then Mr. Breedlove. Breedlove is a father, good man. Has his opinions on things like anybody else. We have 24 mutual friends. He's a free-thinking kind of guy. Loves to call out the stupid he sees in the world. I don't know what we're watching here. Okay. Just off and doing his thing. I don't think Miko looks like Colonel Sanders. That's just, I don't know, maybe he could play one someday. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. And then we've got John Anderson. And John Anderson apparently either John Anderson unfriended me or it looks like John Anderson has unfriended me, so that's probably the first sign that I'm on the bad side of John Anderson. But again, we've got one mutual friend, and he's got, he's just doing his thing. It seems to be about the same people, about your average. Like, again, none of us here, me, Miko, Mr. Breedlove, or Mr. Anderson are, like, astronomically famous or anything. Like, none of us are Brad Pitt. But fuck, man, like... I don't know. I assure you, I'm probably the only one that rebroadcasted any of this, so... But yeah, it looks like I'm not... Like, John is, he unfriended me at some point, or lost his account or something, because all three of them are on my friends list, so that's where it's like, okay... What do you do? Let's see. I guess I don't even see any comments there, so. Oof. Well. Yeah.
Threaten my kid, I will fucking kill you. Rudy Orr, I'll even kill the fucking Nazis you roll with, you fucking piece of shit. Tell them I said so. Send them the fucking video. Tell them that, hey. Show them you're a fucking pedo too, Rudy. And then you're using this shit to hide behind. Right? You fucking goof. Tell them the truth about your fucking first daughter. Come on. Like the guy who removed your kids came on my show and explained about you. Alright, bud? And Rudy Orr doesn't have his kids, ladies and gentlemen. The guy's a fucking liar. He says he's got his kids. He doesn't. He ain't got shit. He doesn't visit his kids. He's got no visitation. He lies to everybody on his fucking live video. And then, again, right there, the pedophiles threatening to take my fucking kid. Corey Sam. I'm gonna be recording calls to child services, okay? I'll be doing it fucking live. I'll report your motherfuckers. Every one of you pieces of shit. Okay? And here. Look at this one. Smokes a joint. Smokes joint while he's live. That's a good reason to take my kid. How fucking dumbed down are some of these people that follow these shitheads? Smoking joints while he's live. Oh my God. And Corey says, she's right. Look at that.
Yeah,
Corey
but
Sim.
just again,
So
keep
those
in
you-
mind,
you-
Corey
for those kids out there-
is the guy that drinks in his vehicle
Your
while
mom,
live on the
Corey
driver's seat.
Sam, you know what she just did, right? She's helping a pedophile, you guys. Your mom is helping a fucking pedophile. And she's doing it all out of anger. Where did your mom learn this shit? Who is your dad? I want to know this. How did your fucking mom learn to fucking just utilize a pedophile in this way or just side with one? Like, what the fuck's going on here? What was your guys' upbringing like? Right? What kind of guys came in and out of the fucking house since you guys were born? Right? Fuckers, man. So there you go. You take that recording, you go to the police. I'll do the same fucking thing. John Astor, you can get to the cops right now. Your police are open. Okay? Your police are fucking open right now. So go to the cops. Take that threats I just fucking made. Okay? Roll in another joint. Fuck, this is my first one since this live, man. What are you talking about? You okay, Kat? Yeah. You sure?
Okay, so where do we go from here? Oh, jeez. Where do we go from here? Again, if anybody wants to call in, right there, number. I was really hoping that I could speak with Miko Hayes, though. In all honesty, I wish John would come on live. I wish Miko would come on live. You know what? Watch how good I am at this. I can do this. I can do this. So we're just going to do a whole new scene, and it's going to be called a guest screen. Guests, plural. Alright? And first off and foremost, we always got to have... we have to have in the background image. Background. Bow. Now we're going to fit this thing to screen. Okay. Now we're going to add a video capture device. And that is me. Boom. There I am. In all my freaking glory. Now what we're going to do is we're going to transform this, and we're going to crop off from the right side, because you can't really have a guest and have all this like that. For those of you that don't know how to use OBS, I'm kind of giving you a nice little walkthrough here. How simple this stuff is once you actually figure it out. Alright, and there's that, and we'll just go ahead and we'll put that right there. Boom. Now, I want to create a guest spot. So for some of you guys, I'll show you a little bit of the background here. You guys might like this, actually. So this is just what I run here. I actually sent a message to Miko here. You can see, again, found him on the Daily Haze there. But if you want to make a guest spot, what you do is you add a display spot. Would be like display capture. Let me see here. I guess I really don't have any messages, but you do a display capture again when you add, and then you do the you pick your display screen that you want. It works really good if you have two. Then you can transform. You can see right here, transform and edit transformation, and then crop from the left like 600. It's maybe 700. 800, really? Wow, 850? 850, huh? 900, really? More. Okay, let's try 1100. Okay, well, we'll keep going. So, and then you just kind of crop that there. And then crop from the top. And then crop from the bottom a little bit. And this should put your guest pretty close to in screen. Put that over there for a second. I don't know exactly how I can do this real quick. Might have to crop some more from the top. Kind of want to make it the same size as this. We're getting there. It takes a lot of work, you know. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it about the same size as that, so it's my show anyways, so we can go like that. Boom. Yeah. And then you just take up half the screen over there on Skype, and boom. And then, you know, you can set your hotkeys. Right now I don't have that up because Skype's not up. But again, that'd be one way to get somebody to go on that Skype. And they can also video call in. And again, it's just as simple as, I want to bring up Photoshop. It's just as simple as that. Now Photoshop's coming up. Okay. Well, shoot, man. Like I said, would like to speak with Miko if possible, or John, one of the two. Like I said, I got Skype. Just gotta call on in. Boom. There we go. Let's see. Who could we call just to see if it'll... I don't know. I don't feel like putting anybody on the spot like that, though. Yeah. It's just a little bit bigger. Oh well. What can you do? And you can always edit and tweak it, I'm sure. But yeah, that'd be one way to do it. And then don't forget your little corner logo thing on all your work and whatnot. I think that'd be fair enough for an interview, although I can, you know what? I see this. Transform, edit transform. Let's go ahead and crop from the left a little bit. Alright, transform, where you at? And crop from the left. You guys don't need to see the kitchen that much. See if I can get this to the same size. Without cutting it off too much. It's about as close as it's gonna get, huh? Really, in all honesty, I could probably make it a little bit bigger on the screen though. Alright, and then take this. Kind of bring that down there. Yeah, the guest doesn't get as big of a spot, but you know, at the end of the day, that's the best I can do with what I've got. So, yeah, I'd love to have a conversation, right? Love to have a conversation. And then what you can do is you can copy this right here. You can just create duplicate and call that guest with call in, and then you can take your call in number down at the bottom and copy it, and then go back to your guest with call in and paste it. You like that? I like that a lot. Although I'm thinking I'm gonna have to put it over here because of that little spot there. So that'll work. And then we're going to kind of go back with this guest. We're going to duplicate this guest with screen. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to use the mini screen here. I'm going to copy this. And that's for my gaming. And then from here, I'm just going to paste this just to kind of get it into reference. And we're going to find a good home for it. So I think I'm going to minimize the, kind of make them smaller but same size. And then we'll kind of put that off there, and then we'll bring this up to the middle here. Try to get that to where it's full there. I don't know. I feel like maybe we can go a little more with it here. Kind of match it up here. And just give it just to try to get it a little bit bigger. All right. Now, if you're brave enough, you can join me over here. And we can discuss all this. Boom, boom, and boom. Alright, I think that's about as close as I'm going to get there. And again, keeping in mind that anybody's welcome to call in. I got 4 people watching. You would think that somebody'd be calling in. Yeah, let's see how far back you guys are. You're like a full minute behind. But yeah, that'd be a guest with, you know, just being a guest. And then call in screen. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. Crazy world we live in, though, huh? Crazy world. Well, I mean, for people that... I mean, Mr. Breedlove called in, but for people that are not afraid to talk to people or make their point out, I'm sure sitting here left hanging. You know? It's just interesting. There ain't really much to talk about. It must be a slow news day or something, huh? Well, shoot. Oh, man. Well, I guess that's just the way it's gonna be, folks. Oh, did somebody try to call me? I missed it. Oh, man. Alright, man. Take care. I tried, man. I tried to just knock some sense into people, tell them, hey, you know, just like everybody else, I'd like to see evidence, and when you make a claim about anybody, I want to see evidence, and, you know, apparently that's a bad thing, so try to defend some people, try to talk through things, see the disconnects, but, you know, again, at the end of the day, I don't think any of these guys have killed anybody. Although, again, John, you can't, like, you gotta realize, John, like, it's not trying to go after you, or, like, it's just that, it's the same thing that I had a concern with, you know, Shane Coyle, you know, is that, you know, the way you do it when questioned, you know, is it the appropriate way to do what you're trying to accomplish? And, you know, even Shane now advocates that it shouldn't be done that way. So, I mean, things change. People change opinions, you know? Yeah, see, I don't know. I can talk to John offline, too. He doesn't have to join my live. I just feel like at some point these questions have to be answered publicly, and I will tell John privately, as I would say publicly, that, you know, you are being accused of uttering threats. You're being sentenced for that. Like, is it appropriate to do what you did today? Probably not. We talk about helping and hurting your cause, and God knows I've hurt my own cause many a days by being fucking pissed off at the world. Being pissed does not help anything at all, although it's something that is not right. I mean, again, these people threatened to scheme to take John's kids. I've seen it for myself. So that would piss anybody off. So when I play that video of John, I'm not playing it in a sense like, look at this bad guy who said these things. It's like, what triggered John to get to this point? Because this is the video that we're talking about.
No, you're not.
That he's getting sentenced
jump off
for.
here, no. Lay down with you. Okay, baby? Don't worry, cat. You know I can fucking keep them from doing that shit. Don't worry. I did it before. I'll do it again. That's why John Astor wasn't effective, because he's a pedophile trying to lie. And the fact that each and every one of these people is in with a pedophile and then calling me a pedophile,
again, this is another problem that I have, and I'll say this again both privately and publicly to John Anderson. You have been called a pedophile. And you don't see the irony in calling somebody else a pro-pedophile or calling somebody a pedophile when you yourself are just now saying that people are calling you a pedophile in this video.
When it comes to court, my threats will get tossed out.
They didn't, and that's the sad part, John, is you're being sentenced next month. So this is where you're, I mean, again.
Once the judge sees all the information that incriminates these motherfuckers, that pushes you to the point of eventually saying, fuck it, I'm just gonna kill each and every fucking one of you pieces of shit, it will get tossed out.
It didn't.
But I'm utilizing this method to get this pulled into court.
Right, but John, pulling it into court, you getting a conviction does not mean somebody else is going to get a conviction. It doesn't. And I'm trying to explain this in the way that won't put me on a pro-pedophile list that you've created. It's like, I mean, just disagreeing with you on some things does not make me think pedophiles should somehow get benefits and fucking treated like goddamn fucking heroes. Yeah, see, man. John, listen to me, man. I mean, I'm just trying to figure this shit out like anybody else. I'm trying to... I mean, when somebody asks you a question and then you want to know the answer, and when we're trying to get an answer from you, you say you're making a documentary. You're making a video to expose pro-pedophiles, this, that, and the other. And I'm, again, not saying you can't. Look, dude, this video, by the time I'm done, will be longer than a Star Wars movie. So, saying the words production done, documentary on the way, none of that stuff impresses me to any facet whatsoever. What would impress me is a conversation between you and Miko Hayes and Mr. Breedlove. And if you'd like, I can moderate that to where everybody has a fair opportunity to speak their mind. Because Miko has no problem sending that video to a prosecutor. A prosecutor's going to look at it. You thought that they were going to toss out this one. Do you really think they'll toss out another one? Like, I mean, again, at the end of the day, I try to give you the opportunity to defend you. Because I'm not going to defend... Like, John, what happens? Just hear me out, right? So... And this is just being blatantly honest. You just got done telling me that people call you a pedophile. How did you exactly say that?
But I'm utilizing this method to get this pulled into court. If it takes me getting a fucking charge, a charge, not a conviction, a charge for me to appear in court on behalf of uttering threats to cause death and bodily harm, which is what the charge is, then so be it. In my defense, I will be showing everything right down to the recording of John Astor.
And again, what I was able to uncover about John Astor is that he can't travel to the United States. And so unless John Astor travels to the United States, that's the only thing I can't... I mean, that's the only evidence I could find. So take with that what you will.
Admitting to his child pornography, and I would be exposing all of the support these people had for that convicted pedophile while in court.
Right. Now, John, if you told me some people think that you're a pedophile and now I associate with you, I'm on their list. Does that make sense? Do you see the irony, the stupidity of the method that you're trying to use, that you're saying here, that you'll get a criminal conviction for a felony if it means that other people are going to burn, but they're not burning, you're the one being convicted next month, and you could go to jail for 5 years. So for 5 years, they're going to sit there and be free in the world while you are going to be sitting behind a jail cell. Because you see the irony of this? And it wouldn't surprise me if you get convicted, because again, we brought up in the thing here, your code, you bring it up right here, you're admitting it, you know it's happening, like you just, except you think it was going to be dismissed in this video. So what I'm saying is your confidence needs to be checked here for a second, man. Take a step back and say, is like a day like today, was that really the most appropriate or effective way to show people that I'm a professional John Anderson voice actor who, yes, admittedly has a passion for helping children of abuse and sexual molestation, but is what you did today the appropriate channel and method for doing that? I'm not even going to call you John. I find it actually disrespectful that you're pulling this stuff where you say you can be online, but you can't be on other people's lives, but yet we got to wait for a documentary. John, it's not right. It's unprofessional, and you want defense, and I'll defend you where, like I said, I can defend your point where I agree with it, but I'm not going to sit here and defend you when the other side is asking logical questions that you're dodging the answers to. Like I said, I just, some of the attitude, John, that you gave in your video today kind of negatively impacted my opinion as well, where, you know, you say, again, I don't do this for followers. I'll admit it right now. 4 people watching me right now. Oh, I'm a big fucking famous guy on YouTube. But, you know, anybody can throw out that, like, that's like I know you are, but what am I? That's how dumb this sounds. Like, any video can't be viral at any moment. Like, get real. You know, so, or clips can't be taken out of context. It's just dumb. Like, we've seen it all. You're talking to somebody who is the internet warlord. Like, nothing from the internet is going to surprise me. But you know what would surprise me is if you actually could explain the things that Miko is concerned with, and explain the things that Mr. Breedlove's concerned with, and talk about it in a way that isn't predictable. You know, like, I predict that you're gonna go down certain paths. Prove me wrong. Guys like the new puppy here? It's Daisy. She might pop in from time to time. So I was really hoping, though, that since this video is longer than Star Wars, that I would be able to get Miko Hayes on here. Or, because he seems like he wants to talk to people. Like, you know, like, I'll talk to you, Mr. Hayes. Like, let's talk about John Anderson. Let's talk about Francisco Banfield. Hell, let's talk about Randy Scott Davis. You guys forget about him. That guy said a whole bunch of horrific shit about me, and then always tries to play it off like, oh, my bad, like, I didn't mean to say this, that, or the other, but I hope we're good now. I didn't mean to call you this, that, or the other. Like, you know, it's all... And then, by the way, I'm an advocate, and let's pray to Jesus right now. Fuck you two. You know, like... And then I sit there and I watch Miko like, yeah, what's up, Randy? You're my best friend on the internet. And it's like, yeah, no, not really. I'm joking, Miko. But again, Randy Scott Davis, he said some pretty nasty shit about me. None of it's true. He tried to get involved in my case, called himself, and then tried to tell me because I didn't listen to him. That's why I don't have my daughter right now. Like, you gotta understand, these people try to get involved in your case directly, and they want their name off of your name. Like, they want Like, that is a fact. So I hear some of these names that Miko says that follow Miko, and I just laugh sometimes because I'm like, yeah. I was like, I already know about that person. No, Miko has no clue yet. All right, cool. I'll let him figure it out. Just turn your back. I just not turn your back. I mean, question somebody. You know, I don't even know how Randy Scott Davis even started getting pissed off. Oh yeah, it had to do with Francisca Motto Banfield, and I wouldn't call her that special C word because she said what happened to me in North Carolina was wrong. Like, it's just dumb. Do you see how stupid the internet is? It's like, it's just dumb. And I'm sure because Francisca Motto Banfield said one nice thing about me, now all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. Like, fuck you, stupid idiots. Dumb. Oh, man. Hide behind whatever you want. That's fine. Investigators, fake investigators at that, because again, you know, it just blows my mind. Like, half of this, I wonder if it isn't just a psychosis thing. Like, that's maybe we go into that. You know, like, shoot. Where's my good old Google? Hey, get out of there, you dang mangy mutt. Hey, John, I can do voice acting too. Ready? Argy scurvy cur along the seven seas of the open wave we go. Arg, I can do a pirate. Yeah, I'm a voice actor. I can do a robot. Robot voice. Robot. Anyways. Watch me self-destruct. Investors, not investigators. No, man, like, I don't buy it. Like, no, I'm not buying it. And I'm sorry, I feel disrespected. I really honestly do. So, because at the end of the day, it's not right, and at some point your investors, there's a difference. Again, like I said, I feel a little disrespected is all, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll get over it. But, you know, it's dumb. It is dumb. You know, when you defend somebody, and not everything. I'm not defending everything the guy's done. Again, I'm sure John Anderson wouldn't defend everything I've done in my life. Like, I've been an asshole and had to apologize to several people, you know, like, sure. So, like, I'm not claiming to be the fucking holy saint of, like, perfectness. But at the end of the day, I can smell bullshit, so I'm calling bullshit. Yeah, whatever. Again, I appreciate the... but again, you know what risks production and investors? 5 years in jail. Like, okay. It's just disrespectful. It honestly is. I mean, I feel disrespected. And for the simple fact that at the end of the day, you can pop out any live you want at any moment. Live, L-I-V-E. You can pop out a live video anytime you want. And you can say whatever you want. But you can't talk about it live with anybody else until after a production you create. Like, come on, man. Don't insult my intelligence. I might be a truck driver. I'm not a truck I'm not just a dumb truck driver. I'm not just a truck driver. I have an intelligence. I have a IQ. I have, granted, not the highest of intelligence or IQ, but at the end of the day, I can smell bullshit when I smell it. And risking it. You know what? At the end of the day, man, Miko's not wrong. What you did today was not right. I'm not going to call you. I did try to call you twice, actually, and it's in this live broadcast, and all you did was hang up, and at one point I was thinking maybe you had blocked my number, so it's just stupid. It's dumb, and at some point I hope it comes to an end. At the end of the day, I will still tell you numbers on the screen. Anybody can call in at any time. But yeah, you can, that again, I call bullshit, because you can go live all day long and say whatever you want and literally go from up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and say this part's acting, but this part's real. This part is, at some point, I'm calling bullshit, and if you can't go live, at what point are you? I feel like I'm being lied to. Honestly. John's had my personal number. John texts me. John has, I've had conversations with John, and again, at the end of the day, John, I can smell bullshit when I'm being bullshitted. So nobody's going to be able to go back 3 months from now and question anything you did or said today, and that's why you're not going to go live. And I know when I'm being lied to, man. I know when I'm being lied to. So, and again, I'm not pro-pedo, John. What are you going to do? Say, CJ Abernathy, pro-pedophile. You mean the guy that wants to hang pedophiles right next to politicians that violate the Constitution? That guy? Yeah, fuck you, too. Like, I'm tired of the imminent risk of being called a pro-pedo, like you got to walk on eggshells because John Anderson might not like you. I'm tired of the fact that John Anderson can just magically wave his wand and call somebody a pro-pedo and think that instantly the internet's going to think that person's a pro-pedophile when all that person's saying is I don't agree with John Anderson. And I've said this before, you can't just do what you're doing, John. It's not right. Like, you have to have evidence to call somebody a pedophile, and just 7 ways from Sunday is not going to be, he talked to a guy that once met a guy that passed a dude on the subway is not going to work. It's not going to work. I mean, you try to call Miko pro-pedophile. Pretty sure Miko Hayes is not pro-pedophile. I mean, I'd be more than willing to put a bet on that he's not. Like, if you said, CJ, bet $1,000 of your own money, is Miko Hayes pro-pedophile or pedophile or anti-pedophile? And I'd go, well, he's anti-pedophile. I bet $1,000 of my own money. So, and again, Mr. Breedlove has been nothing but kind to me, and been somebody that I've really come to respect. And yeah, he has his dark humors, just like Miko has his dark humors. I have my dark humors. But that doesn't make anybody a bad person. Again, John, I think you're shooting yourself in the foot. And I think that at the end of the day, look, your missus just subscribed to my YouTube channel. So I'm sure she's one of the 4, and you're probably watching this right now. So, again, you think that just because people disagree with you, somehow they're protecting pedophiles. You think that anybody that questions or has an issue with what you do instantly makes them a protector of pedophiles. You think that yourself losing credibility protects pedophiles. That's where I, again, have an issue. You destroying your own credibility is what helps pedophiles. You destroying your own credibility is what helps pedophiles. So when you go live and you call anybody that disagrees with you a pro-pedophile, you're losing an audience that you don't want to lose. It's a fact. I try to be fair. I try to defend both sides where I see both sides being right, and I tell both sides where I don't agree. Again, in a different world, maybe we'd all be sitting there, having a beer or taking a toke or having a smoke or telling a joke, and agreeing that Fran is bad and human trafficking is terrible and pedophiles are horrible. But it's never going to be kumbaya. There ain't no campfire. This ain't no six-string picking. This is you accusing people that I both donate to because I appreciate the work of, and somebody that I call a brother. So, yeah, I mean, John, at what point are you going to think I'm going to sit here and go, yeah, man, fuck Miko and Mr. Breedlove because John thinks that they are helping pedophiles? Fucking stupid. So, John, help yourself, and again, realize that, like I told you before, and I'm going to tell you again right now, there's people on your list that are innocent, and you owe them an apology. Again, like, that's a fact. They know who they are. Even some of those people have put a knife in my back, John. I'm telling you, like, you know who those people are. They'd call me up, John, put me on his list. I'm calling me a pedophile. Like, what does that even mean? Like, I hate pedophiles. And I'm like, hey, whoa, buddy. Like, slow down. John who? Like, blow, Seminole wind. That John Anderson? Like, he's calling you a pro-pedophile? What? No, John Anderson, some guy in Canada who sits there and gives silver bars out to kidnap people. What? Like, do you hear what, this is what your story is there, John? Like, Miko literally says he's got evidence of you. Again, if I had it or if he was here, I'm sure between the two of us we can technologically show where he accuses you of ransoming his kidnapping. Like, come on, man. Like, calling somebody a pro-pedophile and then ransoming their kidnapping is not going to help you on any day of the week, man. This is coming from a guy who has been more than enough angry on the internet to know that ain't going to help you. I feel disrespected. Again, not by Miko or Mr. Breedlove, but by you, John. I feel disrespected because I don't believe you have investors on a documentary that is going to expose people that I know are not pro-pedophiles. Like, at some point, I'm going to tell you, John, like, I feel disrespected. Yeah. But that's the thing, man. That's just the truth of the matter. Maybe that feeling of disrespect is nothing you intended, but again, at the end of the day, John, I remember this day as if it was yesterday. I remember this day because, again, in the comments, I'm pretty sure you'll remember, I'm in there saying, well, you're going to get your day in court. There were 73 people watching that day, John. Was it worth it? I mean, these are the questions I got for you. Was it worth it? Oh, of course it goes wrong. Great. Was it worth it? Because at some point, John, this is where I'm going to tell you. You called everybody under the sun a pedophile. You called everybody under the sun a pro-pedophile. And everybody looks at you and says, shut up, John. Nobody cares anymore. What you have to say, nobody cares. We don't believe you. Your list don't mean shit. Your work don't mean nothing. And what do you feel accomplished? Because you're going to kill your own credibility by doing things like you did today. You're going to tell me, no, CJ, you're going to kill your own credibility by going after the famous John Anderson from Canada. John, I don't know if you know this, but the one thing about me is that I have tough skin. You can say whatever you want about me. You can call me whatever you want. Put me on your fucking list. I've always been honest with you. I've always told you I'm not just some fucking yes man that's gonna sit there and tell you you're right all the time. So, again, your list don't mean shit if you end up in jail for 5 years. Your list, the people you say you've exposed, will benefit if you're sitting in jail for 5 years. The people you've called pro-pedophile will celebrate that day. The people that you love will be upset that day and have to come to terms with the fact that you are sitting in a jail cell for uttering threats that, again, you can't just say, I was acting. Again, you can't, how to explain it either. So my question to you, John, is you think that, again, another thing that bothers me about you is you think that you're going to just switch your voice and go, see, now that was a character exposing this person. Like, hi, it's different John, and now I'm exposing, like, and then, oh, it's serious, John. Now we're supposed to know the difference between you acting and you not acting. And then, oh, it's all in the clever mind of John Anderson. Like, John, you spent a whole day. I kept my mouth shut. I just listened as Miko listened, as Mr. Breedlove listened, as all the other viewers listened. And at the end of the day, what is being accomplished? Oh, you'll say, this is what I wanted all along. This is what I had planned. CJ, this is going in the documentary. Well, good luck. Registered trademark, logo, business. Like, you will be sued if you use my image without my consent. Like, I'm not an idiot, John. I'll just drive right down to my district attorney, and there it is, libel and slander. Like, I'm asking questions because you, at the end of the day, are putting the content out there. When I put out content about my personal stuff or what I've gone through, I've been open to questions, scrutiny, comments, and all the sorts of the things that you'd expect from the internet. So, your issue, again, is that your method of one size fits all to slander those that disagree with you is not going to win the day. And so, do I want to see you in jail? The answer is no. Would I like to see you be a productive member of society that doesn't play these stupid social media internet games? Yes. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm still going to donate $5 a month to the Daily Haze. And guess what? I'm still going to call Mr. Breedlove tomorrow and ask him how he's doing. I'd message you and ask you how you're doing, but I'm afraid that I'll end up as a pro-pedophile. So, like I said, I've talked to John Anderson publicly, privately. Like I said, I feel a little insulted, is all. And John has apparently said he wants to talk to me. But again, at the end of the day, I'm going to document everything you say, whether I talk to you publicly or not, John, for one simple reason, because you've already said you do that to everyone else. Like, I only give privacy to those that I know give privacy. Like, hello, McFly. You literally just got done, like, in your video today with Miko. Like, he literally said, if you call me, you might be recorded. Oh, I'm telling you, you're being recorded. Even if, so you can record, but we can't. Like, I call bullshit. I feel disrespected. And at the end of the day, John, like, what do you want me to do? Like I said, just Don't even know. I haven't been watching any comments on YouTube or nothing. So if you've been saying anything on the YouTube comments, my apologies. It'd be pretty interesting to see. So, yeah, John, like I said, I thought things would go a little different, though. Oh, CJ, John will do interview with you as soon as March 30th is over, according to Mrs. Anderson. I guess I don't really need to show it or not, but only 2 out of 16 charges. Again, it only takes 2, and it only really takes 1, and it only takes a long time. But again, what point is it worth it? You know what would be better for you, John? You want to talk about truly defending yourself and making yourself like you think you don't have to answer to anybody, okay? So now that I know you're watching, it's a little different. You know, cat and the dog, I swear. They play like cats and dogs. So, the reason why I'm calling bullshit on as soon as March 30th is first and foremost, I'm not going to be live broadcasting in March. There ain't going to be time to do an interview. I'll be working. So this is my season to do this. And 2, my next problem is again, you can go live at any moment of the day, but you can't talk to somebody because it might affect investors. Now, you'd think your investors would want you to be defending yourself, to answer those questions, so that way when like, you see what I mean? Like, none of it makes any sense. None of it. And I want to give you that opportunity, John. I want to. I remember this day like it's yesterday.
And then while the media's involved, each one of these motherfuckers' names is going to be public for helping that pedophile.
Right. So, again, this is where, again, you said that he was found guilty on 2 charges, 2 out of 16 charges, and so what charges were kept is the question, because I'm pretty sure let's just let's just hear it from let's just hear it from them, huh? Shall we?
Uttering threats is another criminal code charge here in Canada. And what constitutes the charge of uttering threats is that an utterance to either cause bodily harm or death to an individual has been made. This is an interesting charge under our criminal code, is that the only requirement for the charge to be laid is that the utterance was made. The utterance need not be made to the intended recipient, nor must it even be a factual utterance or an utterance at which the individual who made the utterance would be capable of seeing through. All that matters is that the utterance was made and that the person who made the utterance should have been able to reasonably appreciate that the individual or group, because it does not need to be specific, about which they were speaking, would take this as a threat, or that society in general, a reasonable person, would perceive this to be a threat. There is not even the requirement that the person about whom the utterance is made be actually threatened.
Now, scholars will debate whether or not calling somebody a pro-pedophile with nothing more than an acquaintance as your evidence is uttering a threat, because you're putting their life in danger. So, again, John, you're going to go to jail for a while. Again, I think we looked up the code. So you're more than welcome to, I mean, again, it's 2 charges. You only need 1, uttering a threat. I mean, I proved it in 2 seconds just showing you. Like, there's the uttering the threat. And where did it go? Here's your video.
Well, you guys, your mom is helping a fucking pedophile. And she's doing it all out of anger. And then, again, my fucking kid like that. I'm gonna kill you, John. It's Realty in Winnipeg, Manitoba is threatening to fucking take a child. Upset the fucking mom right now. She's in the bed crying right fucking now. Right now. She just covered her fucking face just now. That's why I brought it up.
I remember this day, John. This is the day. Again. Why does my phone keep dinging? Well, 4 months house arrest, huh? Well, you're getting off pretty easy, John. See, this is what we just learned. John Anderson got a plea deal, apparently, that makes it so he only has like up to 4 months house arrest. Oh, okay. Canada weakening on uttering threats. Again, at the end of the day, John, don't do it again. Obviously. I mean, do you not remember this, John? Like, I remember it. Because, like, look, it's right here in the comment. CJ, will John go to jail for threatening all these people? You did, for 2 weeks. Now you're going to have house arrest for 4 months. I feel disrespected because you're hiding behind some mumbo-jumbo BS about investors on a documentary. I won't promote it. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, it just... Obviously, it's going to be filled with things that I don't agree with, so why would I promote it? I really have no urge to even talk to you at this point. I feel like I've wasted my day. But it had to be talked about because it's so close to my friends list. It's so close to people that I know. I've been personally, again, like, I feel like I'm only 1 degree separation from this. So, but yeah, I don't know. Just chalk it up to he doesn't have any viewers, and no one will ever see CJ questioning whether or not this is right or wrong. But again, Mr. Breedlove called in. I was really hoping that I'd be able to speak to Miko. But, oh well. Maybe another time if Mr. Hayes is available. And hopefully you can figure that out though, man. Like I said, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. You just open up, set it up, make a guest spot, boom. There's your Skype. When they call in, bada bing, bada boom, and there you are. Easy as Easy as an apple pie. So you can go live all day, John, and you can, again, talk about whatever you want, but you can't go live with somebody who defended you but also has to maintain my integrity and ask you the tough questions. Like, if somebody was going after Miko, which I'm pretty sure that there were some accusations made about Miko in the back in the day, and all I said was again, because they were throwing it around like it was the biggest thing to talk about, and the first thing I said was, okay, show me evidence, and when nobody could show me any evidence, I told them all to shut the fuck up. You know? So if you can't show me evidence that Miko Hayes supports pedophilia, if you can't show me proof that Davian Breedlove supports pedophilia, and I'm not talking about me having to wait for some freaking documentary, like, get real, man. Like, I just made a video here that's longer than an episode of Star Wars just to prove a point. You know? Or Lord of the Rings. Like, come on, man. Like I said, I don't care either way, I guess. It's been nice to sit here, though, and get back into the live broadcast saddle. Feel like I've been missing it. You won't see me live broadcast on Facebook anymore. Like, it just won't happen. So when I do get out of Facebook jail, I'll be just sharing links, and that'll be it. So maybe I'll record clips. Like, I have the ability to do clip recording, and so I might go that route, like post videos that are after the fact. I do all this on my own, so I mean, for being a one-man show, it's, you know, it's pretty decent. But yeah, like I said, I'm done defending people that won't even stick themselves out there for me. And then again, at the end of the day, like I said, why would I even care? I just watched it enough to feel like I needed to give the honest opinion back. I felt like I needed to give it the why would anybody care about this anymore? Like, it's to the point where it's like, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. So, getting some text messages here. Oh, man. What is this? I don't know what to... I'll never understand some people in this world. And then there's others. They deserve what they get. You know? John, do I think that your threats were serious? No. No, I don't.
You people are pieces of shit. John Astor, you're a fucking goof, and I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill you, John Astor. I'm so gonna fucking kill you.
4 months. I mean, again, house arrest. You just got a new house. Like, did they really punish you? You get legal weed for your prescription. Like, are you really being punished? No. But again, I feel disrespected because, again, at the end of the day, you just went live and did some of the dumbest shit I've seen in the last, like, fucking months. And I didn't find it entertaining. I didn't find it educational. I didn't find it, like, and even doing this now, I'm like, I'll probably end up deleting this just because. I mean, I'm sure one of you guys are screen recording and backing up and getting ready to go to the RCMP, or I'm calling this police department. Like, come on, man. At some point, it's like, does anybody really believe all this? I remember when I sat at my kitchen table and I was like, you know what? I remember my first fraud exposure. I'm like, no, this bitch is a straight up fraud. Like, I'll bet you I can predict her next move. That's how much of a fraud she is. And sure as shit. We all knew Francisca Amato Banfield is a fucking scammer. You know, that bitch accused me of murder. You know what I mean? And then I see, like, Edmund Welsh, who's a mentor of mine, who was like, what's up, Fran? Like, I see you doing your work, girl. Like, get it. And it's like, fuck, man. Who do you even trust in this world anymore? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like, man, I just expect everybody to fucking put a knife in my back at some point. You know what I mean? And I haven't even done shit wrong. Like, I just fucking comment and say my fucking piece. Fuck. I felt like I needed to do a live for a while. You know? It's been a minute. 4 fucking months house arrest for uttering threats in a new house where you get weed prescribed to you from the government. Sounds like a fucking punishment to me. If that's the case, send me to fucking jail tomorrow, please. And yes, I will be voting to vote yes to legalize recreational cannabis as well as medicinal cannabis, because at the end of the day, Kristi Noem is the dumbest woman that has ever existed in the history of the human species, and that I'd put $1,000 bet on. So, yeah, I guess all you all are just scared, except for Mr. Breedlove. He's not scared. Or you haven't had any, or you don't know how to get on here. Neither way. Alright. Well, let's see. I was hoping to make it to 4 hours, but 3 hours. That's good enough. Longer. Wait, hold on. What's the duration of the longest Star Wars movie? 2 hours and 32 minutes for The Last Jedi. So I have talked almost an hour more, or I've been on live right here now for almost an hour longer than the entire episode 9 of Star Wars The Last Jedi. No, Rise of Skywalker's the last one, right? The Last Jedi, I'm sorry, is the... Oh, Star Wars fans are going to be pissed, who cares? Anyways, The Last Jedi, 2 hours, 32 minutes. This video's been on for longer than that, and at the end of the day, my question again goes back to you, John. Like, do you really think an hour-long documentary where you're going to slander people more than you're going to expose them is really worth it, legally speaking? Do your investors that you have really look at it and go, well, John, you have 0 court cases that prove that you're calling all these people pedophiles, but we're going to put our money into backing your production of calling people pedophiles without evidence or pro-pedophiles without evidence. Like, sounds like a fucking insurance nightmare. Sounds like your investors better be paying their deductibles. It sounds like Miko Hayes is going to call a fucking attorney as soon as he fucking finds out that you got investors. Like, you're going to call Netflix and you're going to get him to stop production on Miko's small part of an overall bigger documentary. Like, come on, man. Like, do you hear how stupid this is? So again, at the end of the day, I feel disrespected. I don't believe what you're saying. We'll leave it at that. I'm not going to call you, John. I have no reason to. Like I said, I just don't see where you're in the right on this, and I can't defend you. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, but you're gonna have to learn that you can't just call everybody a pro-pedophile that disagrees with you. And again, I loved how you're like, oh, we've seen you live streaming, like, my live stream, like, our group hasn't seen that before. John, that's normally the opening of a legal suit. Like, you're bringing words with no evidence, and I'm telling you, at some point, you're going to run into somebody that has more resources and more availability to fight what you're doing and how you're doing it, that any investor you have is going to run as fast as they can, because you're going to have a legal case against you for slander and defamation and libel. And again, if you put it into documentary form, you're talking like those investors better be ready for the legalities of what's about to come. I mean, I'm just a nobody. I don't have an attorney on retention. I don't have any of that. But I'm assuming that at some point you're going to find somebody that does, and they're going to get all up in your shit. So I'm telling you now, like, rethink your fucking strategy. It's nobody saying you can't go to war against the pedophile army out there that wants to destroy children and take their innocence and all that shit. What we're saying is that you can't just call everybody who disagrees with you a pedophile or pro-pedophile, because at the end of the day, that kills your credibility, which helps out the pedophiles that you have exposed. Do you see what we're saying? Do you see, well, at least what I'm saying? And again, if you call somebody a pro-pedophile and they're not, at the least, I think you owe them an apology. And I said that to you last time, and I'll say it again now. So I think you owe an apology to Miko and an apology to Mr. Breedlove, because, again, I don't think either of them are pedophiles. And now, 3 degrees of separation, that must make me pro-pedophile. Keep in mind, I'm the guy that says, bring back the hanging tree. Maybe we should bring back the hanging tree for voice actors that call everyone pedophiles with no evidence. You know, stop them from calling out Wolf every time somebody says they're, or, you know, like, they disagree. Come on. You guys want to see Daisy? Daisy. Oh, gosh, she's too big. I can't pick her up. Well, shoot, 3 hours, 30 minutes. Longer than Star Wars. Nobody's got anything, huh? Man, like, you guys realize that it's like, alright, 4 people watching now, okay? One of which I know has got to be Mr. Breedlove. One I know is John's wife. Who are the other 2? Anyways, we got some looky-loos probably recording this to get back to John, get back to whoever they want. We're going to expose CJ next. When do I get exposed? They're going to be like, CJ's pro-pedophile. CJ, he's a pedophile. Like, come on. Really? Like, at what point does this... I mean, again, it's just dumb. Like I said, just bring evidence. Like, convictions in courts of law would be nice. Other than that, am I missing anything? Because, again, I haven't really been live, nor have I talked about any of this at all. So I don't want to miss anything, because I'm probably not going to do this one again. Guess not, huh? Well, John, it's been a pleasure. Remember that, CJ? Will John go to jail for threatening all these people? Yep, he did. Internet warlords, the war for the internet. Again, we're not here to protect your feelings. We're here for the facts. We're here for the truth. We want to know the truth about the things you're saying, and not just, like, again, I'm a technology guy. You know, if I'm like, hey, I know how to make this thing put sound into your ears. I know how to make the screen put my image and what I want you to see onto the screen. I'm pretty good at that tech savvy stuff. I'm sure between my ability and other people's abilities, if you have evidence, then put it forward. If Miko Hayes is a pedophile, like, you have proof that he's a pedophile, if you have proof that he is aiding a pedophile, without, and again, aiding a pedophile is not questioning you. And that I want you to 1,000% know, John. Aiding a pedophile does not mean disagreeing with John Anderson. That does not make somebody a pro-pedophile. Fuck. If you asked me, again, we should bring back the hanging tree for pedophiles who are convicted in courts of law, where there's evidence and due process, and there's a jury, and there's a conviction or a guilty plea, and again, rope, hemp, preferably made out of hemp, and again, hang them right next to the politician that violates the Constitution. So, I don't know what you think at some point, like, it's gonna work or whatnot, but at some point, we gotta have a conversation, and like I said, Mr. Breedlove came on. If I could get Mr. Hayes on here, I would be more than happy to. Hey, you too. That's Dakota and Daisy. I just gave everybody the opportunity to defend themselves. I see we have a new viewer on. So here's the number on the screen. If anything I say is something you'd like to talk about, here you go. If you disagree with me and if you find me offensive, just hit the little back button and go watch some like Teletubbies or some kid videos, or find a video that is going to be more suitable to protecting your feelings. If not, on my channel, I get to question whatever I want, and I get to question whoever I want. And so, again, I want to emphasize that questioning anything, one, Miko Hayes does not make me a sovereign citizen. Two, Mr. Anderson does not make me pro-pedophile. And three, Mr. Breedlove questioning things does not make me weird. Makes me inquisitive. Although I don't think you've ever called me weird, Mr. Breedlove, but I didn't really have much for you there. If you ask me, I'd like to put myself in one corner, Miko and John and Mr. Breedlove in four corners of the screen, and just be able to have a conversation. That'd be a dream. Don't they have Zoom classes for that? I feel like we should pull one from Francisca's playbook and be like, all right, guys, we're joining Zoom. We're going to talk about it all. Like, John, you'd come into a room with people, and you'd be like, pro-pedophile, pro-pedophile. And we'd be like, do you have evidence? You'd be like, more pro-pedophile, more pro-pedophile. Like, so do you have any evidence of any of this? Well, no, but you disagree with me, so that makes you pro-pedophile. Like, no, John, it doesn't. And you see where you not even coming on makes it so I have to randomly go on here in this random rattle of, hello, John, you hear all these questions these other people are raising? Like, you think that March 30th is going to make those same questions go away? No, it's not. It's not. It's really not. So, again, send this over to your RCMP. Again, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Send this to Donald fucking Trump for all I care. Write your congressman, or in Canada, write your Mountie. Fuck. What do you want me to do? So, it blows my mind. It blows my mind just how dumb it's all gone. It just does. It really does. Nose itches. We didn't even get to the last part of the video. Like, I don't know how Miko does this. This is maybe how his broadcasts end up 3-4 hours long, because you start a video and you're like, oh shit, how long is this video? It's 23 minutes long, right? And you can see I watched it. I'm here at the bottom. Like, again, there were no court orders proving John Anderson unfit. So when John was being attacked and they were saying, oh, John Anderson's unfit, we're going to get his kid taken from him. Like, there was nothing predicating the taking of his child. You can have your opinion about his mental state of mind, but there's nothing showing he's a danger to his child. So I'm not going to give anybody that. I mean, you can think that because of his behavior he's a danger, but at the end of the day, none of them can produce evidence. So it sent them off in a trigger, you know what I mean? Like, it would trigger any of you if your kids were being used against you. Like I said, show me the toughest man on the planet, and I'll show you a man that'll break as soon as you take his kids, touch his kids, threaten his kids. Show you a man who was not willing or not afraid to kill for his kids if he had to either. So again, where are we at? And that's a little all crooked from moving it, but oh man. Where did my live stream go? Where could it be? Huh. I can't even tell you if I'm still streaming or not. That's how screwed up I am right now. Oh, that's hilarious. Jeez Louise. Yeah, no, it still says I'm live. Yeah, I can't find it on my screen though. Can't find the comments. Where did the comments go? Shoot. Well, dang it, man. I have no clue where the comments went. I guess I'll have to use this, huh? Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I've left my Skype up, though, for anybody that has wanted to call. Here I sit, broken-hearted. I tried to shit, but I only farted. The other day I took a chance. I tried to fart, but I shit my pants. That's a story. That's a lesson to be learned there about trust and patience, knowing your situational awareness. You know? We all got a lot to learn, folks, but at the end of the day, I'll be back. I'll be around. Someday I hope to speak with Mr. Miko Hayes. John, if you watch this, I'm sure, like I said, you want to call me, you can talk to me. I don't care. I'm not calling you. I already tried twice. I'm not trying again, so. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
You're a pedophile. You pled guilty to child porn. I've got you recorded. You're a fucking pedo. You're a fucking pedo. You're a fucking pedo, man. Francesca supports a pedo. She's a fake fraud advocate that's trying to bring in pedophilia. You fucking goof. You're fucking dead, John Astor. Mark Bamal, you're fucking dead. Jerry Pfeiffer. Fuck, I ain't even gotta threaten you. You're already fucking dead. You're almost there. Fuck, just stay off the oxygen for a good fucking day. Bye! Okay? You threaten my fucking kid, I'm gonna fucking kill you, itch. And I'm so calm right now. Because I so know that I'm gonna fucking